Alright.
Audio. Can anybody hear me? Actually, my audio looks pretty good. It looks like it's getting near the red, but also at the yellow, so that's pretty good. Alright, so I think we should just get started right now. Alright, Smith, are you ready? Are you mentally prepared? Are you mind broken yet?
No, I'm not mind broken, and yes, I'm mentally prepared.
Ah, see, so that's one of us at least mentally prepared for today.
Neon, you have to remember I've been doing this since 2009, technically.
So, what you're saying to me is that you have been stuck in the TV for 2009.
No, I have not been stuck in the TV since 2009, Neon.
Ah, I see. Also, I'd like to say hello to It's a Loaf of Bread. Hey, it's been a long time, dude. How's it going? Today is episode 3 of V&V Podcast, and today I have kidnapped a YouTuber and I stepped inside TV, and now we are friends.
Friends is a strong word. I'm here against my will.
Look at him. He is very comfortable. He is green. He is very, very comfortable in there. He is very, very comfortable. Also, I have 3 sippy redeems. I'm going to take a shot of water. It was going to be a glass of milk, but I'm out of milk.
That's sad.
1 sippy. 2. 3.
Ooh, that's way too blue.
That's blue, da-da-dee-da-happy. So,
that's slightly better. We'll go white.
G Smith, how would you like to be called during this podcast? G Smith 624 or G Smith?
So you can call me Smith, G Smith. Hell, you can even call me by my real name if you want. I go by that on YouTube as well.
If only I knew your real name. Is
Zach.
it called the G-Man? Wait, why is G-Man sad?
Why is G-Man sad?
Yeah, he said sad. Sag.
Who said Sag?
Wait, what'd you say?
I said my name's Zach.
Like Zach and Cody?
Yes.
Okay, by any chance, are you the twin?
No. No, I'm not. Hate to break it to you, Neon. Sorry.
Damn, I really wanted your autograph. I really wanted it.
Wild.
Indeed.
Actually wild.
So, do you know how these VMP podcasts work by any chance, Smith?
I mean, usually you, as the host, ask me some general questions, and then we go from there.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to ask you this question right now. So, Smith, by any chance, have you played Uno?
Yes, I have played Uno.
Okay, did you play Uno 1 or Uno 2?
You mean Dos?
No, it's Uno 1 or Uno 2.
I see, we're starting it off like this.
What do you mean we're starting off like this? It's Uno 1 or Uno 2.
You're starting it off and choosing violence, I see.
It's not violence. Also, hi, Cubby Wubby. Thank you for catching the stream. Thank you.
Neon, it's Uno and Dos.
No, it's Uno 1 and Uno 2.
It is Uno?
It's Uno 1 and Uno 2. Smith, why would it be called Dos? That's just a spin-off.
The sequel, Neon.
No, it's called Uno 1 and Uno Dos.
I'm not starting this with you.
Did you not hear what I said, Smith?
I heard.
Yes, it's Uno 1 and then Uno Dos 2. Smith, do you have Uno 2 by any chance, the sequel of Uno 1?
I'm about to leave this call.
Do you or do you not have it? If you do, please show the evidence.
I do not have Uno 2.
Ah, I see. So you do admit that Uno 2 is a legitimate game.
No, I do not admit that Uno 2 is a legitimate game.
So what would you call Uno 2 then, the sequel of Uno 1?
Dos.
But why?
Because it's... It's the Spanish number for 2, Neon.
Ah, I see. But if we're basing it off series, wouldn't it be... So what would you call Dark Souls 1 and 2 then?
Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2.
And that would be called Uno 1 and Uno 2.
No,
baby.
Because Uno is in Spanish, so you would go off of the Spanish number system, which is Uno and Dos.
So in Dark Souls in Spanish, what would it be called then?
I don't know Spanish, Neon.
The Biblioteca Solse Uno and Dos. That's how you say Dark Souls 1 and 2.
I don't believe that.
What do you mean you don't believe that?
You said Biblia.
Yeah, Biblia. Which is
Which is library.
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about. Also, Ara Cubby Crossing. But yes, Smith. It's Biblioteca Uno and Dos de Dark Souls.
I don't believe that, Neon.
Oh, really? Why is that? I have legitimately been to Mexico, and I have heard.
I know you've been legitimately to
Yes.
Mexico, but you still don't know how to speak Spanish.
I know how. I know how to understand it.
You know how to understand it
Yes.
somewhat.
No, I know how to understand it. It's just I understand all the insults they give me.
Oh my god.
I know what gringo means. People think I don't know what it means, and I can fucking hear them. One kid called me fucking Justin Bieber once. I'm like, bro, I'm not that fucking pale.
That's great.
I'm not that fucking pale.
I mean, if Neon 2.0 is anything to base it off of, you are pretty pale, Neon.
Listen, it's because I am not adjusted with the sun in Mexico because I get burned easily.
So you are pale.
I am pale to a certain amount. I am pale like the sun. So I glisten.
I see.
Yes. But yet, people say I do look like Terry Crews in a hot sunny day. So
I don't believe that.
why don't you believe that? Smith, how do you even know how I look like behind this model? You don't know. I could look like a Terry Crews, a Zack Snyder.
That's true.
Henry Cavill.
No.
I am not Justin Bieber. I am not Justin Bieber. It's because I had long hair and the kid pointed it out saying, Justin Bieber. And my sister's like, hey, that kid thinks you're Justin Bieber. I'm like, fuck. I don't like this trip anymore. Take me back. Man, people are mean to me, Mr. Goldsmith. Why?
Because it's you, Neon?
You know, Smith, this does bring up a story. One guy was saying good morning to me, and guess what I said back to him?
What did you say back?
Good night. He said, buenas noches.
Neon.
Yeah. He was a family friend, and I said that to him.
Neon, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, that's not even true. I am disappointed.
What
I
do
am
you
very
mean?
disappointed.
Don't be disappointed. It was Kid Me. You can't blame Kid Me for saying something incorrectly. Kid Me has different.
You absolutely can be disappointed.
No. I could be very, very poggers in my Spanish. For example, one time.
You absolutely can be disappointed in kids.
No.
Yes.
Smith, if it makes you feel better, in Mexico we were in a restaurant, right? And I made this girl giggle once because she gave me my food and I was like, oh, arigato. And yeah.
I wonder if she giggled from the stupidity of it.
Why do you hurt me?
Leon?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just stating facts.
No, but I was thinking in my head I should do that one day in a Mexican restaurant.
Don't do it.
I kind of want to see the reaction.
Don't do it.
How about on a phone call from a Mexican restaurant? I could probably order Mexican food right now and just go, hey, yo quiero un burrito con arroz, con lechuga, con queso, por favor, arigato. Smith, now tell me, would you not want to become my best friend after hearing that?
I'm just gonna leave the TV. I'm leaving the TV.
No, stop it, Smith, both. Because we are not done here yet. We got 5 hours of this.
5 hours of this?
Yes, sir. It's a special.
Wait a second.
It's a special episode of V&V Podcast today.
Huh?
You didn't know, Smith? I legitimately sent you an email.
You don't even have my email.
Are you sure?
Actually,
do I?
No, I think you have my email. Actually,
I'm pretty sure I have your email.
I mean, it's not hard to find my email. It's linked
Exactly.
to my YouTube channel.
Exactly. So, check your email and see if you got the verification. He's changing the channel for you. No, he's not changing the channel because this TV doesn't even have Bluetooth. Yo, I want to see bus Bluetooth eventually.
It's gonna reach through the TV and just turn the dials.
Bruh. You know, as a kid, I used to like punch the TV when there was a bad guy on there.
Neon, what?
I just wanted to feel like I was part of the show, okay, Smith? Smith, Kid Me only had a pumpkin as a friend, so can you really blame me? My friend was a goddamn pumpkin that I got from a pumpkin patch. Smith, why are you doing that? Smith.
Neon, you make me sad every time we talk.
Why? Why is that sad?
What do you mean, why is that sad?
Yeah, why is that
You
sad?
just said your only friend was a pumpkin.
Yes, during kindergarten, yes, it was my only friend. And every time I will get a new friend, and I will name the pumpkin something else. Also, thank you so much for the sippies, Cubby Wubby. I'm going to take those sippies. But yes, my friend was a pumpkin, and also I painted in blue sometimes.
How did that pumpkin last for so long? Or was it
Oh, he didn't last. I just got multiple pumpkins.
Oh my god, Neon.
1 sippy. 2 sippy. 3. But yes, my friend was a pumpkin. And I used to put him on... What are those games where you play soccer on the board? What's that called? Foosball, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would put the pumpkin the other side and play for him as I tried to beat myself. My pumpkin was not very good at foosball. Nor was he good with fall damage. I found that out with pumpkin 2. Smith, why are you doing that to me? Why are you doing that with your eyes?
I'm worried for you, Neon.
Why are you worried for me, sir?
Because of the stuff you are saying right now.
Okay, having a pumpkin as a friend is totally normal.
I think it is, bud.
It's totally normal. Also, Cubby, you have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. You have a good, pleasant night, alright? And remember, stay hydrated.
Hydration is overrated.
Hydration is not overrated. I had a headache because I didn't hydrate properly at work.
And you should hydrate more often.
I would, but also I get too into working, also listening to Warhammer facts that I just, don't drink water. Happens quite often. Happens a lot, actually. I think that's happened with today.
Of course it did.
Yes. So, Smith, now we're going to get to the meat to the bone if you're down for it.
Are we going to get to actual questions?
Perhaps. Or more shenanigans. It depends. For example, Smith.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start becoming a YouTuber, by the way? Yes, I am kind of curious about that.
My original channel...
Original channel?
I started back in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted a couple years. I was in middle school at the time.
Ooh.
And... yeah, I would have been in middle school going into freshman year when it ended. And then I remade a new channel just to kind of clean the slate.
Ooh.
Because I didn't enjoy the content I had on there from middle school. Understandably, because you grow as a person. And so I made a new channel in 2012 or 2013. And been doing YouTube ever since.
Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know you had like an alternate account on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. Fun thing, in high school, I used to try to do YouTube with my friends. There's a video of me out there groaning in a different weird voice.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Listen, Smith, I was shot by a teammate and I groaned like crazy. It was a one-time thing, I like to believe.
No, it's definitely not a one-time thing.
It was a one-time thing, and that groan will forever remind me of those days in high school where I used to be very, very poggers.
I see.
Indeed. So, next question I have for you, Smith, is that what made you want to become a YouTuber at first? Like, what was the lead that told you, like, hey, you should give it a try?
So, what made me become a YouTuber? Important question before I go and telling the story.
Go ahead.
How dark am I allowed to get on here?
By all means.
It's a kind of dark story that led me into it.
It's fine. Just like, how dark are we talking about?
Someone may or may not have been murdered.
I'll let it slide.
So, alright.
All right.
Basically, in 2007, honestly, is when I generally started doing it. because that was when YouTube 1 started taking off, and that was when YouTube was a wild state of affairs.
Mm-hmm.
But the main reason I started doing it is also in 2007, when I was only, let's see, in 2007 I was 11. I think that's correct. My family became very, and it's not infamous, but became very well known on the internet and the news, because and like I said, this is going to be dark and a trigger warning to some. I apologize, but of June in 2007, my third oldest sister was murdered.
Oh.
And after that, the whole entire world kind of knew who my family was, because the case blew up to such a large degree that at that point I was like, I already know who, like, people already know me to an extent because of it. So I said, why not just take the extra step and go all the way?
Oh. Wow. I didn't think it was
I told you it was gonna get dark.
I never expected that. Also, kitchen thief. Oi oi. I am so sorry. I didn't know what's a perfect time to say that. I don't know what's a perfect time to say, like, during or after. I was like, yo, you gotta use your social skills to remember what your teacher told you.
It's fine, buddy. It happened, like I said, it happened almost 14 years, actually almost 15 years ago at this point.
Wow.
I'd say it happened before, like, I was going into the 6th grade when it happened.
Oh, wow. And you said it was very infamous during 2006?
2007.
2007. Yeah, I'm trying to recall what happened in 2007, and I have nothing in my head. I'm blanking.
I'd say if you heard about it, I'd say you may not have heard about it.
Oh.
Because, again, you would have been, what, 6 or 7 at the time?
Let's see. Yeah, about that age. Yeah.
So yeah, you may not have heard of it, but
Darn.
If I told you the name of my sister, there is a chance maybe someone in your family has heard of it.
Really?
Because afterwards, the whole entire event led to my parents campaigning a law in her name to help that never happen again. And that has happened. The law, as of this year, has been passed in 26 of the 50 states in the United States.
Wow. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever shared this with anybody, or is this like the first time you actually are saying this?
What, that I've told people about this? No, it's not the first time I've told people about this.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow.
I think this is the first time I've told anyone in your server, and by extension, like, our other people's servers that we hang out in.
Wow.
But this is not the first time I've talked about this.
Wow, wow, wow. Mm.
I'd say
wow.
I've been interviewed by news stations before about this as well. So I mean.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like I said, ever since 2007, my family, and by extension me, have kind of always been in some degree in the limelight, and that led me to take the step to go, so what if people know me on YouTube? And that's how we got here.
Wow, I did not think of that origin story. Wow.
I've left you speechless, haven't I?
A little bit. I didn't expect the origin story to be that, like that, or like mind blowing. I didn't think it was like I knew it was gonna be kind of messed up, but then you said like, oh, it was like a nationwide thing. I was like, what? And then like it became a lot. I was like, what?
Yeah.
like it went from like, yeah, murder, but did you know that it became a law? And did you know it's a law in like 27 states? Also, it happened in 2006 when you were 6 years old.
27.
7?
And it was when you were 6. I was 11 at the time.
I know Kitchen Thief is quite insane. I did not expect that at all. Not gonna lie. I expected like a darker origin, but this origin just like expanded to a deeper thing. I know, dude. It's insane. I don't even know how to follow up with that, honestly.
I mean, if you still want to keep talking about that, we can. I'd say I'm perfectly okay with talking about whatever, Neon. Like I said, it happened so long ago that it's a moment that happened in my life, but I don't let it hold my life by a vice.
Well, for sure. It's just like I'm trying to load something in my head and just think what I could possibly ask. Because like, wow.
I'd say ask any question you want, even if you may think it's rude. I don't mind.
Okay. Okay. Let me think. Let me think. Questionnaire. Were you confused when people were interviewing you? Like when you were 11, like were you confused by any chance? Like why, or did you understand, like
at the time,
concept-wise, what they were asking?
I fully really didn't like understand when I was getting interviewed at that time. When the news stories wanted to interview me when I was older, I understood.
Yeah.
Because they've made there have been multiple interviews over it. Hello, cat.
It's a kitty.
Yep,
I'm allergic.
But yeah, when I was definitely younger, I didn't fully grasp what was going on. But as I grew older, I would say I knew I understood why they were asking me these questions, and even to this day, sometimes people will go, "Oh, hey, you're her sister, or you're her brother, aren't you?" And I just have to go, "Ah, ha, ha, yeah, I am."
Are you fine with people like recognizing you for
I
that?
don't mind. I'd say it usually happens more often to my parents because they got interviewed more often for it than I did.
Yeah.
And so anytime anything about her case would come up, they'd be in the news again about it, and people would go, "Oh, hey, you're her parents, aren't you?" And then they would just start talking about it. Or like it actually happened 2 weeks ago. I was in a drive-through at McDonald's. And I was waiting in line, and somebody was got out of their car and knocked on my window, and it was like, I rolled down my window and was like, "Can I help you?" And they were like, "Oh, you're related to so and so, aren't you?"
Whoa.
And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I am."
Damn.
I mean, it happens.
I don't know how that's like how do you even go up to someone like that?
Pretty easily for some people, apparently.
Wow.
It happens. It is what it is.
It is what it is, but like, wow. Also, wanna know what's crazy? I just went to McDonald's just now.
I know, you were telling me before we started streaming.
I know, but still, like the coincidence on that. Also, anytime, Kitchen Thief, you have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for popping to the stream. You have a good baseball game. You have a good baseball game tomorrow. But wow, how did he even see you in your car? Like, did he just like see you and say, "Okay, I'm just gonna walk up to this guy and hope for the best that he is this person I'm thinking he is"?
No. There is a bumper sticker. Not even a bumper sticker. It's like a bumper magnet.
Yeah.
That the foundation that my parents made in her name has, and there's one on the back of my car, and they recognize that, and then they recognized my car because, and this is gonna make it even more, potentially even worse. So, the very car she got kidnapped and murdered in
Uh-huh.
is the car I drive. Yep.
The fuck?
It was originally her car, and my parents wanted to keep the car in the family, and we didn't have anywhere to store it. And eventually they were just going to get rid of it, and I was just like, I'll take it. It's a free car.
Usually I have a comment for something like this, but I don't know what I could
By
pop
all
up.
means, go ahead.
You're driving a car that's what I did.
Yeah.
So, question: does that
She
die?
didn't die in the car. She
Oh.
did get kidnapped in the car, though.
After stream, I'm gonna ask you about that because like I am so confused. Also, hey Whippy, things are gonna get complicated, Whippy. I hope you know that. I'm also at the verge of like what?
I mean, if you want to ask me now, you can. And I can, if you're okay with me saying the name, I'll say the name.
Are you okay with me asking about the name?
I don't care, yeah.
Okay, is it cool I do a quick look up to get some context about it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, can you say the name?
I'd say the full name is Kelsey Ann Smith.
Because, like... oh, wow. Wow. Dude, what? Whippy, Smith, you want to feel a moment? Because, like, I do not know.
I'm going to warn you now, it is a bit of a trigger warning, if you're okay with that, though. I'm going to give you, like, 10 seconds to click off if you're not okay with it. But right now, Neon was interviewing me about how I started YouTube, and it started because my sister was murdered. And that's what we're talking about right now.
Yep. Hey, Sleepy Otaku. Yeah, things got dark, so yeah.
So you may just want to put like trigger warning in the title.
I did not know this was gonna happen, Smith. I just thought, I was like, oh, the murder. Oh, did someone get accidentally killed? No, someone intentionally got killed. I did not think that was gonna happen.
I'd say it's all good. Like
wow, this is a law.
I'd say, yeah, it is a law.
Also, what he's saying, are you okay?
I mean, yeah, I'm fine. It was, like I said earlier, it was 14 years ago, so...
Yeah. Also, nice seeing you here, Sleepy Otaku. Nice seeing you back. Hi and welcome. Awkward timing, I must say. Very, very awkward timing.
They just changed the name of the stream to, like, took a VTuber and now he's talking about sad things.
Yeah. Okay, I have looked it up, and now I feel sad.
Didn't mean to depress you about it.
No, it's fine. I did ask. I did ask, and I got what I was looking for.
Feel free to ask any questions, like I said. Or if we want to change the subject, we can do that too, buddy.
Also, Sleepy Otaku said, hi, new person. It's nice to see you.
Nice to meet you as well, Otaku.
Yes, they're very cool. New subject. How could I go about this now? I have to be like bombshelled with this. How could I possibly continue with something else? Like, I was just bombshelled with something pretty big. Like, I mean, okay.
If it makes you feel better and it's super dark.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind darkness, but like, I did not expect that. Like, I was meant to think something else.
I'd say me and my siblings make dead sister jokes all the time about it as coping mechanisms.
Ah, I see.
Yep.
That's one way. Oh, hi, Mocha. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mocha.
How's it going? Oh, yeah. We were talking about G Smith's origin. Yeah, G Smith's origin is kind of dark. Not gonna lie. Like, holy hell, it's dark. Also, hello, Kiwi Knight. Things got dark in here. Insane darkness.
You asked, and I asked.
Mocha's asking, you have a past sister?
Yes, so trigger warning for everyone that's watching. I'll
Yeah,
say it
please,
again.
big
You don't
trigger
say
warning,
that.
by the way.
Big trigger warning. When I was 11 years old, so about 14 years ago, I had a sister that was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And that led me to starting my YouTube career.
Yeah, I don't know what to follow up with that. I thought it was gonna be something else, and I could do a follow up, but like apparently this was very, very, very like wow. They never really use Smith. What does that mean, Mocha? Also, Kiwi saying she's sorry. Sorry to hear
It's
about that.
all good. I mean, I appreciate the apologies, but like, it's none of your guys' fault.
That's a good point. Also, I gotta ask, how much Coke is left inside that Coke can? You've been sipping on that the whole time. Like, how much Coke is left?
Listen, man. Sometimes I take, uh, like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I take like small sips, man.
I get that, but like, why small sips?
Cause
Also, Mocha
they do.
saying, you don't always need to react with mourning. I said they never leave you. That is true. Family never leaves you, even in the afterlife.
That is a fact. I mean, you could steal some of the questions from chat, by the way.
Oh yeah, by all means. Like, if chat has any questions, by all means, highlight them, and I will ask them. Also, someone did ask, have we watched the Walton Files? Yes, we have.
Yeah, the Walton Files are wild.
They do be wild, but not as
They
wild as my
are.
puppy, who's asleep right next to me. Hey, Smith, a question from chat real quick from the Cream Demon. She asks, ask Smith, can he straighten his beard if he wanted to?
What exactly do you mean by straighten my beard?
Straighten your beard, make it all straight.
I mean,
Also, Kiwi said that was an old ass TV. Yes, this is the only way I could
maybe?
contain this man. With like a flat iron.
I don't know if I could straighten it with a flat iron.
Yeah, with a flat iron.
I don't think it's quite that long to do it.
Smith.
I mean, maybe I could. I probably could.
I do gotta follow up with that question.
Sure.
Can you keep me warm inside that beard?
Probably.
Interesting. Oh god, Mocha's really going on about this. Like straight as your hair. Like some Z-top shit from Cream Milk.
Z-top?
Yeah. ZZ top shit. I do not know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Also, Kiwi's asking, can you braid it?
I'd say technically it's long enough. I could, but it's not like long enough to the point where I could technically do it.
Huh, that's not too bad. Also, I'm being insulted right now by chat.
Why is chat insulting you?
Mocha's saying ZZ Top is a group. Do you know what group she's talking about? And she's saying Nia's just thinking at reading.
I mean, I can look it up.
No, Mocha, I read it correctly. It's ZZ Top. You said ZZ Top.
Oh yeah, ZZ Top, the American rock band. Yeah.
Okay, how they look?
I mean, they have a very long beard. They both have very long beards.
Mocha, there's no evidence about me saying it incorrectly, so ha 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 ha.
Apparently,
hey, these guys were from King of the Hill. Ayo. Ayo. Yeah, they're from King of the Hill.
Neon, I don't think they were from King of the Hill. I think
no, they made a cameo in King of the Hill.
That's different. They're not from King of the Hill.
No, they came from King of the Hill. That's where they based them off from. Also, another message is, hey, Smith, check DMs. Goobert,
all right.
Goobert, why now? Why do you do this to me? Oh, wait, I'm Mocha. That was, Whippy Squire. Whippy Squire, yeah. Yeah, I get confused because their names are both red.
I mean, also...
Yeah.
Here. I'm just going to look at some of the questions some of your chat has been asking that you missed.
Have I missed anything? Because I think I've been saying them correctly.
Let's see. Sleepy asks what I do for YouTube.
I missed that. I'm so sorry, Sleepy Otaku. But yeah, what do you do for YouTube?
Oh, what I do for YouTube primarily is... well, it's actually changed several times over the years. When I first started YouTube, it was just... What was my first video, actually? Hold on, let me pull it up.
I am curious about your first video, too.
Let me see here. Go to videos. I'd say I think my first video was just stuff from high school.
Oh, IRL or just like gaming?
IRL.
Oh. Interesting, Smithu.
Yeah, my very first video was from 2013.
Mm-hmm.
It was stuff from high school.
Oh.
It started off with some of the stuff I did in marching band in high school.
Wait, you were part of the
Then
marching band? Lucky.
I was part of the marching band. We got to go. We went to London to march in the London Day Parade.
You were in London?
Yeah, and I marched in the London Day Parade.
Bro. My school never did anything that cool.
And then we had my senior year of high school. Do you know the band American Author?
I think I've heard of them, yeah.
They sing the song Best Day of My Life.
Best day of my life. I think I've heard that song before, yeah.
Well, while I was in choir,
Yeah.
they came and performed for the choir, the senior year choir class.
Oh, hey.
But then
cool.
after that, I started doing Fallout 4 and like Halo gameplay. And then
Hey,
Black Ops.
Halo.
And then I started doing Let's Plays.
Ooh.
Some of which I never finished. And I don't mind never finishing those. But then I started doing mods of the day and like GTA videos with friends. And then we have the first ever Let's Play that I actually did and finished on my channel.
Ooh.
Which was Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. I played through the campaign of that.
Naruto Shippuden. Rasengan. I'm sorry, I had to make that one line.
That's fine.
But yeah, continue on, Smithu.
Then I did like Yu-Gi-Oh, Division, lots of Tom Clancy's The Division.
Nice.
Then more Fallout 4, and then eventually, starting in, I want to say, let me find out when I started doing it.
Gotcha. Oh, Smith, there was something I wanted to comment about that band member going to your school, because actually I had someone famous that was also in a band that was also from a TV show that came to my school. Guess who it was?
Who?
He is very well known right now currently. Take a wild guess.
Justin Bieber?
No, he's from Disney Channel.
I got no idea then.
Here it is. It was Drake from Drake and Josh.
Oof.
Yeah, and then what the upcoming stuff? I just realized that might be hella sus.
Neon?
Yeah.
Not Disney.
It's not from Disney. Are you sure?
I'm like 90% sure Drake
Are you
and
sure
Josh
that
on Nickelodeon.
Drake and Josh were on Nickelodeon on Disney?
Yes.
Fuck, childhood ruined. Childhood ruined. Also, hello,
childhood ruined.
Concraft599. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? We're talking about Drake and Josh. But yeah, I mean, it's ruined now because of all the stuff that happened.
I mean, you could still enjoy the show even if the person's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I guess, but like,
Leave a sour taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's like, bruh. The Drake and Drake? No, Drake and Josh, not the dragon. Not the dragon. Also, sorry, Smith, I think I distracted you. You were looking for that other thing, weren't you?
Yeah, but basically, my big break in YouTube was in 2016. Would have been July 28th of 2016. One of my YouTube videos, when I started doing mods of the day for both Fallout and Skyrim, just blew up in views.
Oh, do you know why?
I have no idea why. It was just a random mod video that I had done, and it
Mm-hmm.
just blew up in views, and that
Oh.
helped me grow on YouTube.
Ooh, that's awesome.
So yeah, it was Fallout 4 mod of the day,
Oh.
Bioshock Big Daddy Armors mod.
Ooh.
I have no idea why it exploded, but to this day, it has 200,000 views.
Wow, that's like an insane amount.
I'd say that's my second most viewed video.
What's your first viewed video?
I'd say shortly after that, I released a Skyrim mod of the day, which was the Kissing Immersive Lovers Comfort mod, which
Nanny?
basically just allowed you to kiss in Skyrim. That's all the mod did. I don't know why it exploded so much, but as of right now,
Kiss.
the views on that is 461,299 views.
Ooh, damn. People do like kissing Skyrim girls, trust me.
Yeah, apparently.
Is it weird that I kind of want to download that mod and also buy Skyrim so I could kiss a orc girl? Just saying. Just for a friend.
No, it'd be what it be.
Awesome, awesome. Also, CPO Talk is asking, what'd you guys do, Neon? Like, what'd you do with Drake? I wasn't able to see him, but a girlfriend of mine was able to go up to him and talk to him and hug him. And then years later, I was like, I don't think it was a good idea for him to be near my high school at all. It was cool having him there, but then, yeah, childhood ruin year happened.
Yeah, understandable.
Also, CPO Talk is asking, what's your YouTube channel name?
It is GSmith624.
Yep, GSmith624. The man, the one and only, the one that trapped inside my TV, which is not held against his will. We are friends now.
I'm very much not here willingly. I've been trapped in this TV for 3 days.
Also, Cream Milk has said, I'm going to be the 300th.
300th what?
Too late, Milk. I already am. Boom. What you gonna do?
300th what?
Too late, Smith. This doesn't concern you. It's too late. Kiwi, it is for a friend. A friend of mine was just asking if it's possible with the orc girl. It's just a friend. Orc girls are cute, okay?
Neon what?
They're cute at times. You know, there's certain orc girls that look pretty cute, and there's some that don't, which is totally fine. It's just like people too. But yeah, you know, there's like certain NPCs you just want to kiss because they're adorable. That's all I'm just gonna say. The last 3 digits on your video account was 299. So yes, I'm going to be the 300th. I'm going to go on YouTube right now.
The last 3 digits in your video count was 299?
Yes. Yeah, isn't it?
I don't understand what she means by that.
PS0, how much again?
What, for subscribers or?
Kind of.
I'm very
Also,
confused about the question here.
So am I. I'm on your YouTube channel. I'm trying to beat her to it, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. Also, by the way, Whippy's asking, do you have any lore since you do have a PNG? Also, what's up with the PNG? Just kind of curious. I thought you were actually a VTuber for quite a while.
No, that's it. So you're not the only one that made that mistake.
Yeah.
What it came down to was how, you know, a lot of YouTubers get themselves drawn. Just that way they have like art and stuff for like thumbnails if they don't necessarily have face cam, because for a while a lot of my videos didn't have face cam or my streams didn't have face cam, so I just got an image drawn in my likeness, I'd say here, and if you want to show them on stream you can.
Oh, I think I have you here, but it's a body pillow edition.
I'd say not the body pillow, don't do that.
I want to show the body pillow edition. I do not have you on my scenes. Can you send me a PNG real quick, please and thank you?
I'd say, hold on, let me see if I can find the original, like, OG one that I used. Let me pull it up here. I have to re-download it here. But
I re-downloaded.
Yeah.
Also, CPU Talk is saying interesting. Yeah, it's just for a friend. They're curious. Okay. And you know what? I agree to some of their curiosities. Just saying.
So there we go. Let me go ahead and download them. Download that one. Let Let me download this one because I can explain some of the origin story for stuff there with that
Ooh.
one.
Also, Kiwi said I started with a Vroid version of me as my first model. Same here. Vroid, me was kind of weird. I kind of tried it, but then I messed up with hair. I was like, I suck with hair. I suck hair a lot because I don't understand how hair works.
Basically, what happened was a buddy of mine from high school is an artist.
Ooh.
And nothing like crazy complex or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they have drawn. They were the first artist I ever commissioned to do art for me on YouTube because I didn't know back then Fiverr wasn't a thing. You really couldn't do like stuff like that for art and all of that.
Yeah.
So I had to find somebody in real life that I could do that for me. And that started off this, which is the very first art I used on my channel. You can show it on stream. I don't care. I have the commercial use for it, so...
Nice. All right. Oh, I think I've seen that art somewhere before.
I use it a lot for my intros, but that is the very first
Here's the art. Here's little tiny Smith.
That I had on my channel. And at the time, when I had that made, and this explains the penguin that you're always the bird you're always wondering about.
Yeah, I'm very curious about the bird.
So, to give myself a little bit of originality instead of just being another generic person on YouTube, I was like, what can I add to give it a little bit of spice? And at the time, I was playing a lot of Spelunky. And in Spelunky 1, there's like a whole bunch of little critters and stuff that hang about once you get a shortcut open.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is a frog. The other one is a penguin.
A froggo.
And so I said, take the penguin and the frog, put the frog on my beanie, and then put the penguin just next to me chilling.
Ooh. That is a very interesting way to get that concept. Like, I did not think that's how you got the bird. I just thought you just had a bird because, you like birds, or just like, you had a pet bird.
No, nothing like that. And then, as I started doing mod videos, I commissioned them to do logos for the mod videos. So you can show these too, if you want.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
I was doing Skyrim mod of the day videos and Fallout mod of the day videos. I wanted stuff related to Skyrim and Fallout.
Oh, that's so freaking cool. I wish I had something like that.
And those were what I had used at the time for those, and I still use those to a degree. Like the Fallout one is on a shirt now.
Ooh, is it?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty pog.
The
also, Whippy saying it looks really cool.
Thank you, Whippy.
This is really freaking awesome.
But then, as well as that, another iconic piece that I use from that time still was I was playing horror games to an extent as well during that time because everyone was trying to be the next Markiplier.
Oh, yes, I remember those ages.
And so I had that for horror games.
That was your horror one?
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, I need to show this. Ooh, I think I know what to make into a PNG with my jar now.
What?
Nothing. It's a surprise. Big surprise. Big reveal. Also,
reveal, like the cat hiding behind me.
Yes, the gato. The kitty cat that could kill me in one hit. Also, what you saying? The bite of 87?
No, not the bite of 87. But then eventually, I had met another artist. I don't remember exactly how we met.
Man, you know like a lot of artists, don't you?
Yes. But I believe I met them through a different individual I was talking to online at the time. They were like, this is a really cool artist, go commission them. And so I said, all right. And so my art evolved into this, and she's my go-to artist a lot for things.
Ooh, that's the one.
Yep.
How much does she cost by any chance? Because like that art do looking pretty smacking.
Her commissions are very backed up. And
oh, I see.
She is, no offense, she She's a great artist,
Yeah.
but it takes forever to get art. You commission something
Oh.
and you will wait several months for it.
I feel you. I'm currently like that with one artist right now.
She's a cool friend,
Yeah.
and if she had commissions open, I would send you to her way, but she does not have them open at this time.
Darn.
But yeah, so then she took the spin on the penguin as a bluebird.
Ayo.
And so, as you see in that one, the penguin is sitting on my shoulder with the very kitty that's behind me right now. This little one.
Oh yeah, Mocha's noticing the kitty. By any chance, does your cat have a name? I am curious about the cat's name. Also, hi, Minecraft the Cool.
Yes.
What's up?
Her name is Ava.
Abba.
And not Abba, Ava.
Ava.
And her name actually came from, at the time when I got her, the game I was playing, one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
Not just a game I was playing. Dark Souls 2.
Ooh. Wait, it's the name of the cat.
It's one of the bosses from the Frozen, I can't remember the Elam Lois DLC, I believe it is.
I think it's called, I know what you're referring to. Also, I have a Oi from Prince Major.
But yes, technically her full name, and this is also the boss's name, is Ava the King's Pet.
Oh, I remember that. That was such an annoying boss. Like, it was invisible.
Yep, unless you had the eye to fight it, which didn't make it invisible anymore.
But also, that's a ring you have to take up.
Yep.
Which is not cool.
But yeah, she is named after that boss.
Ava. Smith, by any chance, do you go up to your cat and go like, can I get a Ava?
An Ava?
Hey, Ava?
I don't think she's interested.
I think she's very interested. Try and ask her.
Ava, what are you doing?
Aww. I got a sippy redeem. Also, Minecraft the Cool. I'm doing pretty good. Kind of knocked down the car, but I feel rejuvenated. Boyo.
But yeah.
Try to drink my water.
I guess the follow-up to that is, to Whippy's question, by the way, is why did this one, the image I just sent you, come into fruition?
Yeah,
that's the one I use a lot for collabs and such. And that one was originally made for D&D related purposes.
Ooh.
Then you can feel free to put basically any image I send you, unless I say otherwise, you could put on screen, because I own the commercial rights to pretty much all the art I get.
Speaking about D&D, you have not invited me to D&D yet.
I mean, I have to an extent, but we just haven't started that campaign ever again.
I've been waiting. I want to play D&D. I've been always a DM, but never a player.
I feel that, buddy. But yeah, that one came from when I was doing D&D videos or anything kind of like more fantasy related.
Yeah.
I thought it would be kind of neat to be, instead of just a generic dude, to be kind of like a kind of fantasy-esque dude. And so that one's the origin of that one. And the cool thing about that one that is currently in the works is, you may notice the cane on that one.
Yeah.
Is, I don't know if you've ever seen the show Ruby.
Ruby, I am not. I've heard negative things about it, and it kind of stirred me away.
It's kind of negative, kind of. It's a shit show, but it's a shit show that you can't stop watching. The first 3 seasons are good. Season 4 was Season 5 was Season 6 was good. It's like, it's hit or miss with the season.
Oh, I see. It's one of those.
But one of the headmaster has a cane in that, which is what I stole the idea for the cane I use in that. And on top of that, I figured Osmond.
Osmond. What's Osmond?
That's the name of the character. I stole the idea of the cane from.
I see.
So, I eventually want to make my full outfit for the fantasy one in real life, just so that way I can wear it from time to time, because I feel like that'd be a cool thing to do.
That'd be pretty pogs, not gonna lie.
And so, in order to do that, I needed the cane. So what did I do? I had a buddy of mine 3D print the cane.
That's so freaking epic. Is it like actually usable? Like, can you actually use that as a real life cane?
It's full attach it to a cane,
Oh.
but it's not the one right now. At the time, it's just the handle of a cane.
Oh, I see. Speaking
But
about
it can be fully
canes,
attached to a cane, sure.
I have a very funny story about a cane.
Okay.
So, this happened last Sunday. Me and my friends were going on a journey to McDonald's. And by a bus stop, there's a cane, and I wanted to take that cane, but my friends told me to put it down because it's disgusting. It was a wooden cane, Smith, and they told me, "Oh, put it down." Then my big friend took it away from me, and was about to throw it in the fucking street while there was cars.
I see.
So tell me, Smith, in your honest opinion, if you saw me pick up a wooden cane from a random place, would you allow me to keep it?
I mean, as long as you cleaned it.
I was, sure.
No. If you cleaned it first, then yeah, I have no issue.
What am I supposed to clean it with? I have no sanitizer wipes or anything.
When you take it home, I mean, you clean it.
Ah, I see, but I'm going to McDonald's right now, so do I take the cane with me to McDonald's or do I leave the cane and grab it back?
You can take it with you to McDonald's.
See, that's the thing I wanted to do, but my friends were saying, "Oh, it's so gross," even though they do.
I mean, yeah, things. you can take it to a McDonald's and just wipe it off in the bathroom.
Exactly, but they said no, leave the cane. It's disgusting. And then my friend proceeds to almost throw it into the busy street. It was a two-way street. I'm like, why the hell are you throwing it over there? Just leave it at the bus stop then. It was weird that I had the common sense not to throw it in the fucking busy street. I'm not sure how that's possible, Smith. Even I'm questioning myself about that.
Don't worry about it, buddy.
The
more you question it, the more confused you'll get.
I'm very confused. Why?
Who knows?
Why did he think throwing it at the street was a good idea?
Who knows, buddy? But here, I'm gonna send you more art we can talk
about.
about.
Also, Smith, I have a question.
Sure.
So, would you dress up as that in a convention?
As my fantasy self?
Yes.
Yeah, I would do it.
Ooh, interesting. I'm gonna clear some space right now because we have a lot of art up here. I'm gonna clear off some real quick if that's cool with you, Smith.
Yeah, go ahead.
There.
I'd say I'm sending you a lot more here.
For a second, I thought that was a lightsaber.
Nope, that's just the cane.
Oh, the cane. I don't know why, but I smell like really bad jelly beans right now in my room. I do not know why that's the case, Smith.
Jelly beans that you have right next to you?
No, those are spicy beans. They don't stink. They burn.
I see.
Oh, wait. I think my dog smells like jelly beans.
That might do it. But yeah, like the armored one, that one is a different artist that I commissioned from time to time as well. Who's also done some art from not only my self to use, such as this piece as well.
That's Kingdom Hearts related.
That is the Kingdom Hearts related one.
Oh, gotcha.
But that one, the armored one, is based off of Fire Emblem.
I knew it.
The inspiration for that one. More specifically, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. The Kingdom Hearts one is fairly clearly based off of Kingdom Hearts. And then there are the generic emotes I have as well.
Interesting. Are these someone's knocking upstairs? And I hope my dad's upstairs, but if not, I'm gonna get a phone call right now with the angry sister. I'll BRB real quick, Smith. Can you entertain my chat real quick as I proceed to open the door and get yelled at?
Sure.
Thank you. I'll BRB.
How's it going, Chad? I'm still trapped in the TV. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna try and get out of here. I'm gonna try to get out of this TV real quick while he's gone. It's gonna get me out. Get me out of this TV, please. Get me out. Didn't work. Maybe we just try to fingle with the buttons in here. Oh, he's back.
I am back, and thank you for the compliment, Mocha.
I was not trying to break out of the TV while you were gone.
If you did, I am going to wrap you with shrink wrap and DHL tape. So we shall be friends forever. I am back. Did my model break? Nope, model's all working. I am back. Thank you, thank you. That is a very sexy BRB screen. Thank you. This man is stuck in Beetlejuice. Has chat been telling you to run away from me?
No, they would never tell me to run, Neon. That's crazy. No one would tell me to run.
Ah, that's very good. That's very good. By any chance, Smith, have you ever heard of a movie called? What was it called again? All right, Misery. Stephen King. Ever heard about that movie or book?
I may have, maybe.
Yeah. Do you like to RP? I'll be the lady from that book.
I see.
I don't have a hammer, but I do have a dog, so that dog is going to lick you.
I mean, listen, I'm just trying to write a book, buddy.
No,
Trying to write a book.
Kiwi, it's not ERP. It is not ERP whatsoever.
Chat, call the police.
Smith cannot handle me in ERP mode.
What?
I'm just saying what's true. It's true.
I don't think that's true, Neon.
It is very, very true. I have written a kid's book as a kid one time, Smith, and since then I became a literature artist.
You have written a kid's book as a kid.
Yes. Here's the story. Gollum founds crack. Step one of the story. Gollum goes to the streets, finds white powder. It's like, me precious. The end. That's my fantasy novel, J.R. Tolkien's sequel of Lord of the Rings. Please hire me, J.R. Tolkien. I am always down to ready to help and be hired. Smith, why do you look disappointed?
No reason, Neon. None whatsoever.
I see. My Lord of the Rings fanfiction is getting to you. Interesting. I'm glad. There was a question I wanted to ask, but I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, my puppy yawned.
Say I heard it.
Wait, you can hear my puppy yawn?
I heard him yawn, yeah.
Wait, how much can you guys even hear?
I mean, we heard the yawning just now.
He's so far away, though.
Be what it be?
Oh, he's so cute. He's awoken because my sister yelled for his name. Puppy, don't do it, puppy. You were sleeping soundly. So, Smithy, I wanted to ask, are you ever gonna like commit or what? Not commit. Do you ever think of switching over to like a PNG or like a VTuber in the near future?
Probably not. And I mean, this is no disrespect to VTubers because I still VTubing and YouTubing I think are two very different things.
Yeah.
But personally, I find VTubing. I understand why people want the not animosity, but the ambiguity and no, not I can't think of the word.
Ambiguity.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
bless you.
Ambiguity of it, and that's fine. But I personally prefer the more human aspect to it. And that's not to say there's no human aspect to VTubing, because you can still enjoy a VTuber and still have a very human connection with them, even if you never know what they look like.
Oh,
but I feel like as a whole, there is a more of a connection when the content creator shows themselves.
That's a very good way to say it. Can you guys even hear that? Can you guys hear him?
We can hear everything about him.
My family just came home and he's like going Guganga.
The follow-up to that as well is, at this point, there's not really a point to me hiding, like, going to PNG or, like, even making a VTuber model.
Yeah.
Just because I've been doing it for so long and my face is already out there that not really a point to do it. If I was to ever make a VTuber model, I would probably try and do one for cheap. And it would be merely for, like, a meme.
Yeah. Hey, Smith, I hate to stop you, but I like to announce and clarify. Goober has just been kidnapped just now.
That's fine.
Yeah, so he just been kidnapped by my sister. So don't worry, chat. He is perfectly safe. He's going out right now to go pee and play upstairs. Because
He
when
works
people come
perfectly
in,
safe like I am.
indeed, you are perfectly safe. So is Goober. Goober just wanted to get some biting out. That's why he wanted to get out to bite me. He's like, yo, your fingers look unbitten today, son. I want to bite him.
I see.
Wonder what he did to me recently, Smith, that really freaked me out.
What did he do?
So I had my head covered, like my ears, because like he was biting my hair. And what he did is that he like pried one of my fingers and started like biting it, the whole thing, like shoving it down his throat. I was like, Goober, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you shoving my finger down your throat, dog? He started doing that, like he started like swallowing, like biting my finger. I was like, what? This is not how we play. No.
Neon, I think your dog just wants to eat you.
Honestly, at this point, I think so. I think my dog wants to eat me. And I've asked a other demon for advice, and they gave me a video which I have to look at. I think I have to look at that video because at this point, Goober has been going gungang on me. Like this morning, he was on my bed. He tried jumping off. I was like, "Yo, baby, you jump off my bed, you're gonna break your leg." And so I saved him. And want to know how he repaid me, Smith? By nearly biting my ear.
Good boy.
He's not good boy. He's not good boy. He's fluffy like pillow, but he's not a good boy. He's very, very aggressive boy.
He's a good boy for trying to eat you.
No. I am not edible unless I'm a hamster. If I am a hamster, I am edible to my fellow comrades.
No,
But
you're
currently
edible.
I'm not.
You're edible as a human as well. It's just frowned upon.
Look excited to me. He looks excited because his cat's nearby him. Look at him. Look how excited he is. He's stuck in a TV. I put him in a TV.
Help him.
Do not help him, Ryder. He stays in here till the interview is over. Oh wait, I think we were on the topic about you becoming a VTuber, right?
I mean, you asked, and I answered it.
That's true. But yeah, that's a fair point though. But your whole thing about like people who wants to become a VTuber, yeah, that's like a very fair point because like that's like one of the reasons why I became a VTuber because like I really didn't want to show my face and I'm very shy about it.
Yeah, I know, and that's perfectly understandable for some people. Yeah. Like I understand people want the disconnect as well because one of the big things is once your face is out there, it's out there, no matter how much you try and hide it later on. So I get why VTubers go to the extent they do, so that way they can separate their VTubing career from their actual life and still go about their day as normal.
Yeah. That's what I like. Like, I try to hide it from, like, my family members, but, like, hey, they found out, and they're like, yo, kind of cringe. I'm like, bro, you cringe. You cringe for thinking there's...
It be what it be.
It be what it be. I like doing it, so I'm like, it be what it be. Wait. Who said I look like a potato?
Apparently you said you look like a potato?
Okay, that was because of a dream I had. I actually had another dream about that recently, actually.
Man, why do you keep having dreams about you looking like a potato?
Because the dream was that I saw Dairy, Radio, and I think it was Mocha or Solar. And they, Radio and Car were like, wow, you do look like a potato. I was like, fuck. I do not look like a potato, Kiwi. I do not look like a potato. Okay, first dream, Kiwi, was that I met Rada and Karu, and they saw a picture of me, and they looked up at me and said, wow, your face is very lumpy like a potato. I woke up sad, and I went to a mirror. I was like, fuck.
He told me about this. He was very sad and was, like, crying about it afterwards.
I was not crying. I just felt, like, really sad. I was like, is my face really that lumpy? Do I look like a potato?
You said you got to the point where you were almost crying about it.
Bro, I was like, my face does it look like a potato or not look like a potato?
It be what it be.
It be what it be, but my face does not look like a potato. I have compared it to a potato before. I do not look like a potato.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
scrolling through a whole bunch of old art and stuff.
Yeah.
We can't show this on stream for reasons of not safe for variety.
Ooh, okay, so it's me. I kind of am curious about seeing it.
But
Yeah.
Part of the reason I was okay with making a body pillow of myself
Yeah.
is that's actually not the first porn of myself that's been drawn.
Smith, are you saying you're a porn tuber?
I am not a porn tuber,
A porn
but
YouTuber.
there has been some art from a different friend
Uh-huh.
I met through the original artist, or not the original artist, but through the artist that does a lot of my more modern art. A friend of hers
Yeah.
has drawn some not safe for work stuff of me
Ooh.
with an original character.
Oh, see?
Yeah, original characters of hers. That
Oh.
is a futa. And
Fujinari,
so,
right?
yes.
Oh, I see, I see, I see, I see.
And so there is porn of that
Mm-hmm.
that exists. It's
Mm-hmm.
in very select circles, but it does exist.
I see, I see.
I mean,
But
if you really want to see it, I can
I,
send
I,
it.
I am very curious, Smith. I am very curious.
I mean, all right. Let me
But
go find
chat's
it.
also asking it for it. But I'm like, no, chat. I do not want to get banned or TOS'd.
You
Sorry, I
can't
had too many
show it
close quarters.
on stream.
Oh yeah, I am not gonna show it on stream because like, no. I've been close recently. I've been close with nearly getting a strike. Surprisingly, I have not been striked yet. But yes, I am not gonna risk it. I'm sorry.
But basically, at the time, and I still say this to this day, I don't care if people draw porn of me or
Yeah.
anything like that. Like make fan fictions. I know. Recently, someone told me they were making a fan fiction of me, and I said, "Cool, go for it."
Ooh.
But yeah, Neon. Here is the not safe for work stuff.
Oh boy.
If you really wanted to see it.
I'm very curious. Kiwi said, I see, this is why I'm a VTuber. People can't loot my model. They won't loot me. You know what?
Yeah,
I
that's
had
a fair point as well.
if you I actually have something about this. If you guys didn't know, I actually had loot art of me once.
Really?
Yes. It's me, a stick figure giving a blowjob to Shrek and Rust.
Well, that's not really as extreme as some of the stuff.
But Shrek's wee wee is very, very graphic.
But also to answer Kiwi's question from earlier, yes, Kiwi, I do have a body pillow. It does exist.
Is it for sale?
Yeah, it's for sale.
Alright, I'm gonna scroll down to Discord. We're gonna see my reaction to this. Ready, guys? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Smith, is that a watermelon between you guys, or what is that?
That is something we cannot talk about on stream.
Can you type? Because I'm very curious. That looks like a watermelon to me. Oh, wow. Wow. She be log.
That's what's happening in that first picture, buddy.
Okay. I thought it was a watermelon. I'm like, how do you guys
Not a
even hold? How do
watermelon.
you guys hold the watermelon between your waist? I see.
Not a watermelon.
It looked like a watermelon to me. I was like, that's a very interesting watermelon. Now I want watermelon. Now I lost my appetite for watermelon because of that. I no longer want any watermelon now. I refuse to get watermelon. Also, Reddit, you know what? Reddit's got a point. Maybe he's gonna get some. He said I should get loot art. Said Reddit.
I mean, honestly, lewd art sells.
I'm not sure. I'm a bit scared of doing loot art because I'm not too sure.
Are you saying lewd art of your model, or just making lewd art in general? Because I don't know. It has to fit your brand. I feel like just instead of just randomly coming out with lewd art, and
Exactly.
that's part of the reason why I didn't mind releasing the body pillow, is because I have always been a very much not safe for work advocate, and I can get away with a lot more on YouTube than I can here on Twitch.
I see.
And that's one of the big things I wanted to talk about is how much more I can get away with on YouTube than here on Twitch. But I got to choose my words carefully here because
I also want to ask that about that because I know YouTube has different regulations than Twitch.
Yes.
So, like, I want to get into it, but first I gotta do a quick redeem of Ada Ada. That's fine, Smith?
Sure.
Oi, Kiwi-san. Ada Ada. Now we are ready to go. That was my best Ada Ada.
Wild.
Indeed, it'd be wild. So, Smith, in your own opinion, what do you think is the most big difference between YouTube and Twitch's TOS? Like, who do you think has the more strict guidelines here?
Twitch, easily.
Understandable.
Twitch, very easily. Like, there are definitely a lot of content creators that learn the loopholes of Twitch and can toe the line. But Twitch overall, I feel like, is a much stricter platform, because with Twitch, if you get in trouble with them for breaking the rules, it usually just results in a ban. Like, there's no fighting it out with them. It just goes, you're banned.
Yeah.
It may just be like a temp ban that then leads into a permanent ban if you get banned again. But, like, Twitch is much harsher when it comes to that. Where YouTube goes, depending on the severity of how you broke the rule, can go as something as simple as, hey, we're going to limit ads on this video to, or you may get no ads on this video, to, all right, this video is going to get taken down and you're going to get a strike. And then you can get 3 strikes on YouTube before they delete your channel. And even if you get a strike, you're allowed to appeal that strike if you think it's an unjust reason for that strike.
But, like, I heard, like, with YouTube, it's a bit weird, because, like, people who should get the strikes, like, I've heard, like, a while ago, like, top YouTubers that should be banned, like, YouTube, and they said, like, this one guy who was a horrible person, like, he did, like, some really bad stuff, right, Smith? And that, like, what was it? It took a while for YouTube to actually do anything about that. Like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, people who have,
yeah, no, I completely agree, is that, as a whole, definitely on YouTube, their content flagging system is horribly, horribly flawed.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of big YouTubers that can get away with a lot more than some of the smaller YouTubers could.
Oh, Smith, I hate to stop you there, but I gotta do push-ups because Mocha has redeemed 10 push-ups.
All right, well then go do 10 push-ups.
Guess what? This is part of my workout, so you're making me stronger.
I'd say while you're doing that, I'm
yes.
on my water real quick.
Wait, I need to entertain chat while I do my 10 push-ups.
Okay, well go do your 10 push-ups while I go refill my water.
Can you motivate me?
Neon, you can do it. I believe in you.
I need that deep voice motivation.
What do you mean deep voice?
Alright, I'm gonna get started. I need you to give me the deep voice motivation. Pretend we're in the movie Dodgeball.
What
be my coach.
Deep voice? What?
Be my coach, damn it.
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?
Have you never seen the movie Dodgeball?
Yes, I have, but what?
Be the old guy.
I'm not being the old guy.
I'm going for the first push-up.
Have fun with your push-ups. I'm gonna go get water.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Did he leave? Did he leave? Did he leave? There's hair in my mouth. You having fun? Neon, you're alright? Heck yeah, I'm alright. I'm all good. Just kind of trying to get myself back and focused. But yeah, I'm back. I got 10 push-ups. My arms are sore. My arms be swole. Let's do this. Be the old guy, Smith. And that's the thing. I was telling Smith, be the old guy from Dodgeball, but he said no. He did, LOL. Did he, though? Did he kill you? Because, like, I honestly feel like he just left me hanging. Thank you for the welcome back, Mocha. I deeply appreciate it. I'm going to take a swing of Gatorade real quick. Yeah, Neon's a goob. How have I a goob? I've never heard anyone call a body pillow that, ever. No, Mocha. It's just that I've never heard the word. If I were to tell you, let's say this, Mocha. You never heard the word SpaghettiOs, right? And I come up to you saying, hey, yo, you want to eat some SpaghettiOs? What flavor? Pasta flavored. Yeah, pasta. Uncle just wants. No, listen. I am a level 1 weebu or otaku. I don't know all these definitions. Oh, hey, Smith. Welcome back. I'm having an argument with my chat. I am glad you come here to save me.
Why are you having an argument?
Because apparently, I am a goof for not knowing what a... How does it say? Daiki. It's like a body pillow.
Yeah, a daiki.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And apparently, I'm an uncultured swine. But let's say this, Smith. Let's say you're on an island, right? You don't know what's outside in the world. I come up to you and say, yo, you want some beans? You don't know what beans are. Would I call you a goob? Would it be fair for me to call you a goob?
Maybe. I mean, your example, no, would not be fair, but Neon, you are a VTuber, which was...
I don't know what a daiki is.
Yeah, I understand that, but virtual tubing...
Yes.
As a whole is inspired by Japanese.
I get that.
It started in Japan, and so to some extent, I feel like you should know things that come from VTubing.
I get that, but like Smith, I don't look at every single word and go like, "Yeah, I'm a daiki." And now they're making fun of the way I say it. Why won't you let me live, chat? Mocha's saying daiki. I said daiki. Hehe. Moving on from the daiki part. So yeah. Also, they want me to put the beans inside my Gatorade. Also, that's a pretty cool redeem. Not gonna lie, a dare redeem would be pretty lit. I should probably do that next time.
Maybe.
One day. Also, there's another thing I want to ask about YouTube. So
sure.
A while ago, I watched this video, and like this streamer was saying like YouTubers have it a lot easier on YouTube, but honestly, I don't think that's the case. I feel like YouTubers have it a bit harder than on Twitch. And the reason why is that because, like, let's say, how long does it take you to make one video? Like, a video you go down and, like, edit it. Like, how long does that take you, Smith?
So, it depends on multiple things there. That's a multi-layered question is what you're asking. I definitely think YouTubing as a whole is harder.
Yes, I believe so, too.
But I do understand where Twitch streamers say YouTube is easy, especially if they are hiring editors to edit things for them.
Yeah.
If you do not edit your own stuff, or you have very little involvement other than recording stuff, I understand where you can say, oh yeah, that's pretty easy, it's not that hard. But the thing to keep in mind with YouTubing is it's easy. There's certain aspects of it that are easier, and there are a lot of aspects that are harder. The big thing about YouTubing is if you are recording something to put on YouTube, it's going to take about double the time it would where if you were just to stream it.
Yeah.
Because you have to record it, and then you have to maybe edit it to some degree. Some people just record it and then just immediately upload it, but you still have to wait for it to upload.
Yeah.
Whereas Twitch, you're always live, and so you just go up live, and then that's your content.
Yeah.
However, the thing about YouTube is, since it's not live, you can't leave the empty air and the unfunny bits, really, in a video. Unless it, like, depends on the video, of course, but, like, if you are just playing, like, a highlight of a game, like you're just playing online games with your friends, people don't care about the sweaty moments, usually, or, like, the try-hard moments where you're just sitting there quiet playing games.
Yeah.
They want the funny banter.
The funny banter or funny moments montage stuff, right?
Or, like, the really cool moments that would be like, oh, okay, that's pretty neat to show, actually.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of the time, when it comes to stuff like that, you have to edit it to show that. Whereas Twitch, you get to show it all.
Yeah.
However, you don't have to edit all of it out, especially like it depends on like what exactly type of content you're going to make.
That's true. Also, we do have a question from chat, if that's okay with you, Smith.
Sure.
There's still more questions I want to ask about this topic, though. But like, this is a very interesting question that a person has asked. Question for G Smith: when is he going to make a top 10?
My follow-up question to that is the top 10 of what exactly?
Like a top 10 of anything, like top 10 anime, games, waifus, or anything like that.
So I think I have done one of those before.
Ooh.
I have, actually. I've done 3 of them.
Oh, top 10 imposter kills.
Bruh.
Yes, imposter kills. But speaking about the topic of TOSs, here's the thing that I find interesting for a specific group of YouTubers. It's the animation department of YouTubers, and I was wondering if you have like any input on that. Like, you know how like long animation takes in a while, and someone brought this up in a video I was watching about like YouTube versus Twitch. So the hard part about YouTube is that, let's say a guy spends about like roughly 3 or 2 weeks editing a video, right? Like putting a bunch of time and effort into it, right, Smith?
Yep.
And then like the video goes up, everything's looking pretty right. It gets flagged down, like it takes away like their what's it called when a video gets money? It's like monetization, right?
Ad revenue.
Ad revenue, yeah.
Monetization is the correct term.
Yeah, so
But yeah, if the video gets flagged or monetization gets taken away.
yeah, it's just like if that gets taken away, that's their outcome. So that's like 2 or 3 weeks work gone until they get that flag removed.
Yep.
So that's why I feel like YouTube's a bit harder, because like let's say on Twitch, so the live stream goes on, you get donuts, you get bits, you get subs, right? And you get a strike, right? Or like a quick ban. But the thing is, you still make your money during that stream.
Yes.
They do not take that away, or they do not touch it. While YouTube, it just gone, like it pauses it.
Yeah, they pause it. You do not. It depends on how exactly the claim, because it's not flagged. It's a copyright claim, is what happened. And when that happens, that means some company is saying you are using something in your video that I own the rights to.
Bless you.
Yeah, excuse me. And when that happens, you can make a counterclaim saying that you have full rights and own everything that is supposed to be in this video. And but during that time, and this is where YouTube's ways is flawed. The first claim you say of making a counterclaim on it is saying, no, this is incorrect. You do not own the rights to it. But the person who gets to decide if they own the rights to it or not is not YouTube.
Oh,
it gets sent to the person who made the claim in the first place.
That's stupid. Wouldn't they just like go by their side?
Some will, yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just like an automatic flag from a system, and once you say, hey, you don't own this, a lot of the time people will back down. It's usually like a bot that will claim something.
Ah, I see.
But sometimes when an individual actually claims something and they like have evidence that they potentially may have a claim on it, because it's not just as simple as you can just go say, hey, I own something in this video, it's my money now. It's a lot more complex than that. But if they say, no, I do own something in the claim, then you can further escalate it to YouTube. But if you further escalate it at that point, then you risk getting a strike on your channel.
Yeah. By any chance, have you ever been like flagged or like any of that before in the past? Like,
all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
So it's like quite often. So let's say you make a new video right now. How likely are you going to get flagged for it?
It would depend on the amount. It depends on what I'm doing in it, first off. But like I can like sort, and I can't show this for legal reasons.
Oh, of course.
But on monetization, I can go to videos that have been just filter it by copyright claim. And then depending on what the content is or what the video is in question, I could get no money from it. Someone else could be claiming the money from it. Or potentially the copyright owners are allowing the revenue to be shared. If it's like a cover of a song, for example, a lot of the time that'll be partially claimed, which means yes, they own the rights to it, but you are allowed to do that, and so they just get a part of the cut of the money.
I see.
Or, there's like other things in question where there's just content in general that gets hit and people go, depending on how it got hit, it might just be blocked in some countries or regions of the world. Like a great example of that one is, you've heard of the show Steven Universe, correct?
Yes, I have.
That show, in general, and its viewpoints are frowned upon in certain parts of the world. Is how I'll put that nicely. And so I've made content about Steven Universe before.
Yes.
That content has been blocked in countries.
Oh.
From being viewed.
Wow, I did not know that was a thing.
Yep. And a good chunk of the stuff I've done about Steven Universe, I have made no money on it. I'm ineligible to make monetization on it. And so on and so forth.
There is a question that Chad has asked. Who's your favorite crystal gem?
Opal.
Opal. Interesting. I have not watched the show. I watched like briefly a little bit about it, but I am not too familiar with Opal. Is she the pink, the purple, or
no?
Which one is
she's
she?
a fusion.
Oh, I see. Also, someone's saying that you'll be more of a pearl.
I'd say I would be a pearl.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I could see it.
Yeah, because you're both wholesome.
No, that's not exactly how it goes. Generally in the show, the pearls are seen as like the assistants or the aides to someone of importance or power.
I see.
Well, that's good. We're getting way off topic here. You had another question about YouTube, correct?
A little bit. I'm
Sure.
sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Another question I had about YouTube is that what was it? So, have you ever done YouTube live stream? I think I've caught one of them before.
Yes, I have done a couple live streams.
Different is that to Twitch? Like, what would you say? Like, have you ever seen a Twitch live stream like in that point of view before?
So the difference is, there's not too many differences, honestly. The biggest thing is going about how you make revenue on live streams compared to Twitch.
Oh. So what would you say is the difference on that?
That is that YouTube doesn't have anything like bits or anything like that.
Yeah.
There is no system for that. So instead, there is Super Chat.
Super Chats.
Which is basically just flat out the money, and you can like highlight a message in the chat for it to pop up. And then the other big difference, and this is part of the reason I like YouTube live streaming more than Twitch live streaming, is when it comes to YouTube live streaming and YouTube memberships, which is the paid, which is the same thing as like Twitch subscribers.
Yeah.
The content creator gets to pick the pricing.
Oh.
On their memberships. it's not just a set amount. I, as the content creator, get to pick how much my memberships cost.
Oh, how much would you say your memberships are?
My lowest tier is $1.99 a month.
Oh wow. So with that, you could do it. And by any chance, is that revenue straight towards the creator, or is it like a separation? Like Twitch takes like 75% while you take a certain percentage, or anything like that.
I
Or
get
is
all
that
the money.
straight to you? Okay,
I get all
now
of it.
I like that a lot. That's
I'd
actually pretty cool.
say, well, no, I get 80% of it.
Oh, 80% of it. That's a lot more than a affiliate makes.
Yes, because since YouTube is owned by Google, they really don't
Mm-hmm.
take a chunk of the money, and they
Yeah.
get most of their money through ads. So they don't have to take as much of the money on YouTube as where they do on Twitch, where they aren't really getting money from ads or anything like that. And
Yeah.
on top of that, YouTube Premium and stuff like that, YouTube Red, all of that being a thing
Mm-hmm.
means that none of that money is going to the content creators.
Oh.
That's going straight to YouTube, like YouTube TV,
Ooh.
YouTube Premium. So YouTube is more than okay with letting the content creators keep more of their money when it comes to that stuff.
I see. So with YouTube, so right now, like, how hard is it to get monetized? Like to get ad revenue, all that stuff. Like, is it like a requirement to reach that, or is it just like you get it off the bat?
So when I first started, there was not any requirements for it.
Mm-hmm.
However, when people started abusing things in when they started people started abusing it, they changed the regulation and all of that. And so it is not as easy to get monetization on YouTube anymore.
I see. So would you say you're like one of the lucky few that got it in a way?
I wouldn't necessarily say I was lucky because I just started back before they had put more of the like the regulations in place, and because I still had you still had to have a certain amount of things when you were doing it then,
Yeah.
but it was less strict than it is now. And since I was already part of the monetization group, even if, I mean, granted, I still met the requirements even after they changed them,
Oh,
I was still grandfathered in.
nice. Oh, was that it, Smith?
I mean, was there more questions to ask about it?
Oh, I thought there was gonna be more to it.
Well, no, you just
Oh,
asked.
sorry. You just gave like a giant pause. I was like, oh.
I mean, all you did was, I mean, I could pull up like the new requirements on how.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I thought there was gonna be a longer story to it.
No, I mean, yeah, I got. I mean, I have the requirements. Like the new requirements are, you have to meet YouTube's guidelines
Yeah.
in order, which are you have to be at least 18 years or older, or have a legal guardian who can handle your payments.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like, channel memberships, you have to have which is the stuff I get to choose the price for.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have 1,000 subscribers first.
1,000 subscribers. Wow.
And you have to be at least 18 years old. Super chat and super stickers just have to be at least 18 years old and eligible, be in a country or region where super chat is available.
I see.
And then become part of the partner program is, let me pull that up here.
All right. I gotta say one thing. Chat's getting close on being this boss that I added right now.
They're good on them.
They do be getting close. Like, it's pretty lit.
But yeah, I believe in order to get ad revenue, you have to have a total of, I think it's 10,000 views.
10,000 views. Like, how's that work? Like, is that like channel overall? Like, how many people watch your channel, or is it
Overall
like a
has
video?
just overall on your channel, you have to have a grand total of 10,000.
10,000. I see.
So it could just be like one video that pops off that has 10,000 views, or like something more complex than that. Like, say you start uploading content regularly, and people start watching it, subscribing, so they become more regulars and they start watching more and more of your content. In doing so, they are multiple views over the course of a set amount of time. If one person watches every video you upload, and say you upload 100 videos, that's 100 views.
Okay,
Even though
so
they
that's
are
how it
only
works.
one viewer, they count as 100 views because they watched 100 different things. Or even if they go back and watch the same video again just because they found it funny, that is still another view.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that's how the view stuff works. Because I was a bit confused about that, like when I was learning about YouTube. Because I am still trying to go touch that water, but yet I am still very much intimidated about it.
I'd say the other thing that YouTube is that I like much more than Twitch is YouTube doesn't really hold a vice grip on its people, whereas Twitch does.
A vice grip.
Twitch makes it so if you are a affiliate or partner on Twitch, if you are live streaming, your live streams have to go through them, and you are not allowed to live stream on other platforms.
Oh, right. I've heard about that before. Yes.
And if they find out you're streaming on other platforms, generally they get mad.
Yeah. I've heard about them like getting pretty mad about that in the past with different people.
Yep. And on top of that, if you upload like a VOD of a stream, they don't want you to upload it for at least 24 hours.
Oh, 24 hours.
They do not want you to upload it for at least 24 hours after the VOD, usually.
Ooh. That's not very poggers, not gonna lie.
Because they want first dibs on everything.
I guess that's, I wouldn't say understandable, but like, damn, that seems a bit unfair.
I mean, it kind of is,
yeah,
to an extent, because Twitch doesn't tell you that until after you sign up to be in the affiliate program.
Yeah. Also, someone's saying you ain't gonna talk about the Twitch bias.
Oh yeah, no, there's massive Twitch bias on a lot of platforms. Because it's not even that Twitch is a superior streaming platform. It's just that Twitch has put so much money down that they are seen as the streaming platform.
Yeah. Because, like, whenever I hear about... Oh, sorry to cut you off, but, like,
no,
all I hear about, like, streaming, it's always on Twitch. Like, it's... Twitch is here. Twitch is, like, the place. Because, like, I barely heard about Mixer after it closed.
Yeah.
Sadly.
But, like, for example... this is just a... I feel like it's a pretty good example. Discord in itself shows favoritism towards Twitch when you stream.
Oh.
Because if you notice, whenever you guys stream on Discord, it says, hey, it automatically sets your notification to your streaming. And hey, if you want to watch their stream, just go ahead and click their name.
Oh, I
if
see.
you stream on YouTube, it does not do that.
Yeah, I guess that's true because like I never noticed that because I never stream on YouTube, but that is very odd how like Discord does favor a bit of Twitch. Like you think it will like do both because it's connected with software, all that stuff, same thing in just, but like it seems like you said, Twitch is like more superior in a sense somehow.
Yeah. but also I see. I
What
think
Whippy's saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
what Whippy meant, and the whole thing with that is something I would like to talk about,
Yeah. By all
but I'm
means.
not sure if we could talk about it on Twitch. Is the thing.
I mean, I think we could talk about it. I think we could talk about it because, like, I mean, other people have talked about it, and I doubt that those two Twitch streamers will ever find me and like say like, "Yo, this guy's talk trash."
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Like, it's fair enough because, like, I mean, what's the likelihood I am actually gonna be like a hot topic center on Twitter about this? Like, not at all. But yeah, the hot
Chad, you
topic
heard
meta
him. Make
thing.
him blow up.
So yeah,
Make this
the
flip it and make it blow up when we talk bad on them.
yes. Make me blow up so we get that 600 followers. Ayo, we're almost hitting 5, so
Oh
let's
yeah,
try to hit 6.
when that favoritism on Twitch is very much more apparent than any other
Oh
platform I've seen.
yes, I
'Cause
totally agree.
YouTube's TOS system. Don't get me wrong. All TOS systems are broken clusterfuck.
Mm-hmm.
But YouTube's is at least fair in the fact that it hits everyone when it's broken.
Yeah,
YouTube's TOS, it doesn't matter if you're big or small.
it comes for
It'll
you.
hit you. It'll hit you if you're breaking its TOS rules. Do they change them constantly and make it very confusing? Sometimes? Yes, they do. But they make it so everyone gets hit with it.
Yeah,
Where Twitch goes, we could hit you with it, but
he's a 3-day ban. That's all.
not even that. But they go, we could hit you with it, but you're making us a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want to hit you.
Yeah.
Like a prime example of this, I'm
Yeah.
going to choose my words very carefully here so I don't get you in trouble,
By all means.
is another VTuber, actually,
Oh, I see.
by the name of, it's one of your favorite VTubers, Neon, Project
is?
Melody.
Oh yes, I have heard a lot about that controversy. Yes.
Melody has been banned multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Once for someone claiming they owned her model, which was a whole different complex. So that one doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But she's been banned twice
Mm-hmm.
for streaming on not safe for work platform.
Yeah.
That's how I'll phrase that. But Twitch, seeing how much money she makes them, has unbanned her both times.
Mm-hmm. I think there was a one ban that she was banned because of like her model clipping through her clothing, and like there was some stuff in the area that she was in that she didn't like really cleared up. So I think that was like one of the bans, and the second ban that you were talking about might be the second one, which is understandable.
But yeah, she has been banned multiple times for streaming on other platforms and promoting not safe for work content on Twitch.
That's true. But like, would you count like, was it the strike system in Twitch? I keep forgetting. It's like 1, 2, 3, you're out, or is it like 1, 2, 3, 4?
I have no idea. I'll be honest.
Because like, I've heard about a specific Twitch streamer. I'm gonna say a name if like, I doubt they're ever gonna see this. I think it was a Linity or something like that. Like, it was someone like, it was someone with like
horrible person.
Is it a Linity or she's like
Linity?
red hair,
Yeah, no,
red hair.
Red
hair, and she does a lot of hot tub streams.
Maybe?
I don't think it's a Lindy. I think it's someone else. I think it's someone else.
I think that's somebody else. But Alinity is also just a horrible person who gets away with a lot.
Yeah, and this person with the red hair, I forgot their name, but like, she's been banned on the site already about 6 times. Oh, whoa! I just got rated. Thank you, Brian. Hey. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Thank you so much for coming to the stream. We are getting to some topic about Twitch, TOS, and YouTube. Thank you. My name is Neon Pixel. Oh! Smith. We're one more follower from 500 right now.
Oh, shit.
We're at 499 followers right now. This is so freaking cool.
But yeah.
Thank you so much, Rick, without the pickle, for the follow. Thank you. If
Like
you're a pickle, I will give you a nickel.
Melody gets away with a lot because she gets thousands of views. That's exactly correct.
Yes.
Is the bigger you are on Twitch, the more you can get away with.
That's
The
true.
more you can skirt the line and uh get away with. Like the biggest example I can give
Yeah.
is there are certain words that you are no longer allowed to say on Twitch. I can still say them on YouTube, but I'm not
Yeah.
allowed to say them on Twitch.
Yeah. Like, and it's weird because like on Twitch, the guidelines are saying you cannot use them as an insult at all. But yeah, people will just like say the word and they're like getting
They
a
get
warning
flagged.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a very buggy system, and can never use a word on Twitch because I'm afraid that like somehow like a bot or like
Yeah,
something will
so
just like
I
happen.
won't say the actual word, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna say shrimping.
Yeah, shrimping. Also, Brian's stream's going pretty well. We're getting into some deep topics now.
I'd say you missed the horribly dark topics earlier.
Yeah, you missed a very, very dark origin topic about G. Smith.
But yeah. Shrimping, for example,
Yeah.
is a word that is banned on Twitch
Mm-hmm.
because one of the top people,
Yeah.
Pokimane,
Mm-hmm.
was upset her chat was being called that because they were giving her lots of money. And I mean that's not the only reason it happened, but that is one of the main reasons. Is she got upset about it, so she sent her followers after Twitch. So Twitch bowed down to Pokimane and banned the word.
Bro. See,
Yep.
that's what I don't like about the big Twitch streamers, because like they will use their chat as a mob to get what they want, and I don't think that's what people should do with their chat. Like I don't think they should make them
I
do
agree.
anything or make them into a mob.
I agree.
Like that's not cool. Like that's not at all cool. Like I'm surprised she got away with this.
It's because she's one of the top streamers on Twitch.
Yeah, I get that, but
That
like
she
at
can get away
what
with it.
point like can Twitch like keep allowing this stuff?
As long as they're making money, they don't care.
I guess so, but like I gotta say, like
As
shit gets
long as
unfair.
you're not outright breaking the law, Twitch does not care if you are making them enough money.
Yeah, I get that, but like shit, it do be a quite shitty thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, YouTube will just slap everyone,
Yeah, it's like, yo, stop that.
even if they... See, that's the thing, is Twitch bows down to its biggest creators, where YouTube doesn't, and YouTube is not afraid to slap everyone.
Yeah.
I do agree that maybe there is a little more leniency for the bigger YouTubers, but they still are not exempt from the rules, nearly as much as Twitch streamers are if you're bigger on Twitch.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Cause like, I don't even know. Like sometimes I watch these videos about like people who get like so many times like banned. Like this one person, she already got like 6 or 5 bans because like she did like an ASMR stream, which is like not really ASMR. It's just like really NSFW. It breaks like every single rule of the guidelines.
Yep.
And she gets a 3-day ban. One girl shows her actual downstairs thing on a live stream because she thought she was streaming somewhere else. That's like already a bunch of rules broken right there, Smith, because like that's promoting something else, right there. And she did it by accident, but still it showed nudity, and she got away with it. She only got like a 4-day ban, while someone else who said the word shrimping got a week ban, like a full 2-week ban for saying it. But the girl who showed nudity, her nude,
got a 3-day ban.
3-day ban. I'm like, how is this even fair? They're both big Twitch streamers, but like, how is one getting screwed over more over a word while one actually showed nudity on a stream? I get that it's a mistake, but like, holy shit, this is unfair.
And this is another issue with Twitch as a whole. I have to choose my words very carefully here because Twitch staff is interesting.
Oh yeah, I saw those videos.
That is the best way I can describe them.
Yes.
And if you are a female on Twitch, the Twitch staff tends to show you more favoritism.
Which I do not think should be the case. I think it should be like a neutral thing, but nope.
And part of the reason that Pokemon was able to get those words banned was because part of the people that were getting called that word was the Twitch staff itself.
No way, did they get offended?
Yes.
Why would they get offended over that word? It doesn't even have like any barely meaning.
I don't know.
Wow.
And I would love to talk about that topic more. But
yeah,
for the fact that we're on Twitch, I don't think I can talk about it more.
That's the thing. Yeah, I want to get more in depth, and I'm just like afraid, like slightly worried that like somehow the Twitch crowd's gonna be like, he do be talking the hell smack for a small VTuber. I'll just slap him around with that oh yeah, suspension right there.
Yep.
Give him a long suspension. Oh, that girl threw her cat. Oh yeah, let's just give her like a 1 day. Let's just give her a warning. She's fine.
Yep.
But yeah, that's why I feel like a lot of the Twitch stuff is like real unfair. It gets me like really upset because I do like streaming on Twitch. It's easy for me to stream on Twitch. It's like very fun and open. And here's the thing, Smith. I used to use those words, those banned words before. Because I used to play Minecraft. I used to say them a lot. And then like once that thing got into place, I was like, holy shit, am I in danger? But again, I was a small VTuber, and I still am small. So like I could be somewhat exempt from them. But still, like there's still that constant worry, like saying, if I were to say it, or like someone brings it up in a VOD saying like, yo, Twitch, check out his VOD, he said this word. Because that has happened to other people on Twitch. Because like on Twitch, like they're like, oh look, this guy had a video that was 3 years old. He said this word that's considered banned on Twitch. Please do something about him.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about those words being banned, Smith, like permanently from the site, because like I don't think you could even really type him. Is that a racial word was not actually banned before those. This word was actually a word that lasted for quite a while, and people actually asked Twitch to do something about it, but they have not. But those words that are currently banned, after they got those words banned, people were like saying, this is stupid, how about this word? And then they finally did it. Because they're like, oh yeah, we're being hypocritical, let's do that. That's why I feel like a lot of the TOS in Twitch is like very broken, including the copyright claims of like music and stuff. It's very difficult. Because like video games have it, and it's just like, what extent can you play a game until you can no longer have any audio?
Oh yeah.
On YouTube, do you have that problem? Like if you're playing a game and it has like a certain song, is that like a problem at all?
Yes and no.
Alright, I am interested. Let's hear it.
So the great thing about YouTube is before you just submit a video and make it immediately go live, is that you can schedule it to be uploaded at a later date or keep it unlisted.
Yeah.
Or like keep it private, anything like that. And once it's uploaded, if it gets flagged, you can see where it gets flagged at. And if you keep it private or unlisted or anything like that, then you can go back and edit out that part that got hit.
Oh,
and then re-upload it without it ever being shown to the public, so that way you still get your money for it.
That's honestly not that bad.
Or, when it comes to video games, usually American video games, you're a lot better off about not getting copyright strike or copyright claimed. But the big thing is, sorry, the cat.
That's all good. The cat. No, I get it, because like my dog's like that when I carry him. Like he's just like constantly moving and trying to bite my chin.
But like, yeah, like any
Nintendo.
Japanese company, it's Nintendo especially, like Fire Emblem, they love to claim stuff. They don't strike. Strikes and claims are very different, Whippy.
Oh, they are?
Yes. A claim is not a strike, but a strike is because you can get 3 strikes, and then you get banned. Like then your channel's deleted.
Oh.
A claim just means they go, we own the rights to this, so we're taking the money for this.
Jeez, I did not know that was a thing. Wow.
Or if they claim something, they may say we'll share the revenue. And so you have to be careful about games, about playing music and stuff. Having like Nintendo has definitely calmed down about it somewhat, but like RPGs and such, terrible idea. Don't play them, especially if they're Nintendo owned.
Do not play them on YouTube.
Or at the very least, make sure there is enough stuff that the auto filters don't pick it up. So like webcams, so that way in the shot is a good way to do it, and making sure like you're talking. If you ever wondered why YouTubers who play video games talk during cutscenes? Like 8 out of 10 times they do that. It's so they don't get copyright claimed.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. I thought they just wanted to like make some funny stuff or jokes about it.
I mean, that's part of it too, but like a good chunk of the time you hear someone talking during a cutscene during a video on YouTube, it probably means they think they're going to get claimed for this, because especially with like Nintendo games, opening cutscenes to games, haha, that episode will be claimed. If you like watch the intro cutscene to Fire Emblem Three Houses, for example, that whole video got claimed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shoot. Is there anything really safe on like YouTube and stuff?
I mean, no, you can still play games, and I'm still playing games constantly on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can very easily still get away with playing games and such. It's just certain content you have to be careful about. Like there are certain things in particular that they go, we're gonna claim that, and a claim is, again, claims are not the end of the world. It just means you do not get the money for that video more often than.
Which does kind of suck, though.
It does suck, but there are also workarounds, because YouTube will show you, hey, this is the part of the video that got claimed. Here's what we can do to maybe fix it so you get the money again.
Interesting. That is interesting. Also, Whippy was talking about like music companies being like a huge issue on YouTube. Any comments on that?
Don't listen to music on YouTube.
Really?
If you are playing anything on YouTube, if you are making a video for YouTube, unless you have your friend make the video, like make the music for you, or you go out of your way to hire someone, make sure you get the full commercial rights to that music. Don't play music on YouTube.
Do not play music on YouTube.
Don't.
God.
Just don't. There are so many things that will go that you think are just harmless. Music companies are assholes. Music companies are the
definitely
biggest assholes about claiming stuff and getting people in trouble.
Yeah. I've heard like a lot, because like, what was it? PewDiePie and KSI like did this parody song, and like the music company was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna claim it, and then like, it wasn't even like a worthwhile claim, because like I don't get why they claimed it, because like they did play it on their own instruments. They didn't like legitimately do anything wrong, because like I think if you play on your own instruments and stuff, I think you're fine, right? In a sense,
it's a cover at that point, or like a parody song.
Yeah, it was a parody.
Usually yes, but music companies are assholes and like to even if it's a cover or a parody of a song, they still like to claim it at first, and then you pretty much just have to. The ball always lies in the content creator's court to go, no, this is a cover, this is fair use. Shut up and let me get my money.
So I feel like a lot of that stuff on YouTube is difficult. Like that stuff, does get a bit hard. But like
the hardest things on YouTube are music.
Yeah, like music,
you have
especially.
To be very careful with music, because they like to claim that shit so fast.
Just like here on Twitch, they do like claiming that music.
Yeah.
Because I think a certain friend here got a little claim on his music thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it. I was like, damn, that sucks. And that's true. Would be like, no matter large or small, they will come for you. That's how they be. That's how they music companies speak. They're like, "Yo, I want my dollar or so. Give it to me, or you lose your channel."
Yeah.
Smith, I have a question. What do you think is the most type of controversial content on YouTube? Because I hear like a lot of different things about it.
So,
Like, what's your take on it? Because like, there's the animated department where it shows like stories where it doesn't really happen, but they're very graphic and say they're true.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
YouTube has a very flawed system.
Mm-hmm.
In where they want all content to be safe for kids, but they understand there's content not safe for kids.
Yeah.
And at a time, there was literally a point in time where the rules contradict themselves. They still do to an extent, but not nearly as bad. Where they said, we want all of your content to be made for people who are at least 13 years or older. But then they were also saying, make all of your content, make sure it's safe for kids.
Oh, that was a thing?
Yeah, that was a thing at a time, during a point about 2 years ago, where they were saying, we want all your content to be 13 years or older, because that's how old you have to be on YouTube. But at the same time, if your content's not made for kids, we're going to hit you.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, later on, I kind of, like, expanded to that. It's like more adult-ish stuff.
Eventually. But it was definitely a lot worse beforehand.
Yeah, I could definitely tell. It's just like, I've seen some of these weird videos before, and I just don't feel like they should be like aimed for kids in a sense.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
that is a major flaw with YouTube.
Yeah, like it's weird because like the kids channel stuff like does get popular because they're kids, they watch it.
Yep.
But yeah, when you watch the video itself, it's just like this stuff is majorly sus because like
it's majorly sus, but they can get away with it because it's technically not breaking any of the rules.
I get that, but like
it's the skirting the line thing that a lot of we were talking about on Twitch.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like for example, you can get away with a lot more than people think on YouTube.
Yeah, which I'm surprised about.
You are allowed to have like here. I can go over the ad suitability here as just an example, because YouTube likes to make sure you check yourself when you say I want to monetize a video. So here I'm not actually going to upload this because it's just a video I already uploaded already, but this is just an example so I could look at the things.
Yeah.
There is inappropriate language, adult content, violence, shocking content, harmful or dangerous acts, recreational drug content, hateful or derogatory content, firearms related, sensitive events, or controversial issues. And then each one of those has a subcategory that they get into. And I feel like the prime example that people don't realize they can get away with is, granted, you will get limited or no ads on a video if you choose these options, but even then, the adult content asks how much, like what degree of content are you talking about in adult content? The first check is romance or kissing, discussing just plain old romantic relationships, or sexuality without reference to intercourse.
Yeah.
Fully censored nudity.
Oh.
Sensual dancing in a professional manner. Non-graphic sexual education, or a music video containing sexual content without nudity. That's the first one. That's still fully safe for ads. The next one will get you limited ads. Discussions of intimate sexual experiences. Focus on sexual body parts, even if covered. Blurred or censored nudity with discernible body parts, even when used in an educational context or news reporting. Implied sexual acts. Sensual dancing in a professional setting with limited clothing.
Wow.
Sexual content or sex toys without human contact or nudity. Or realistic representation of genitalia.
Wow.
But wait! There is a third option you can choose.
Third option. Wow. I am prepared to hear it.
Exposed breasts or full nudity. Sexual acts. Discussion of fetishes. Or a video thumbnail with sexual content.
Wow. Bobby Smith, there is a question that chat's asking. It's
Sure.
do you remember Kappa? COPPA.
Kappa?
Kappa, yeah.
Oh no, Kappa.
Kappa. Yeah, so I said it correctly, right? It was Kappa. So, by any means, do you know what they're talking about this thing?
Yes. It is a law that was passed by the FTC.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, it was a protection rule put in place by the FTC. Basically say that you have to make sure that if your content is... Well, actually, no, it's not nearly as bad as you're making it out to be, Whippy, because Kappa itself says, basically, hey, if you're making content for children, you have to state it's for children, and if you are breaking any of these guidelines, we're going to hit you. And that's by the FTC, not YouTube. So YouTube had to make its rules saying that if any content that is made for children, you have to specify it's made for children. Whereas if it's not made for children, you have to specify it's not made for children. And that's with something, every time you upload, it'll ask, is this video for children?
Wow.
Why didn't they add a both option? Because they'll get in legal trouble if they had a both option. Because they can't be both.
Yeah, like I feel like they cannot do that at all.
Legally, it cannot be both. It has to be one or the other.
Yeah, because I feel like if it was two, it would not make sense.
Yeah. So I will say, even if something is marked that it's safe for kids, it doesn't mean that no one else can go watch it.
Yeah.
Like, if it's marked it's safe for kids, it doesn't mean it disappears from your YouTube channel and no one else can watch it. It just means this video in particular may be safe for kids to watch, but my regular viewers can still watch it. Whereas a not safe for kids video will not show up in the kids app most of the time.
Honestly, I really didn't know about that thing at all. Like, wow. A lot of things I'm learning about YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's an insane amount of information that I never knew that YouTube had.
Yeah, pretty much any video I make, I have to mark it is not suitable for kids of 13 and under. Because, one, I swear a lot.
Yeah.
And two, just the content in general I am playing is supposed to be for a more mature audience, such as Friday Night Funkin' or like Fallout or Skyrim, for example. All those games are geared towards adults and not children.
Yeah, totally. Because like Skyrim does get a bit explicit at times with like usually mods too.
So does Fallout 4. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. I would not like recommend kids to play those, but you know, if they come to your channel and watch it, I guess that's on them. But at least you put the marking and say like not suitable for kids.
Exactly.
So Smith, I do have a question. So like, what do you gain to hope on YouTube? Like, what do you dream on happening on YouTube in the far future or like near future?
I don't know. I mean, eventually I would love to hit 1 million subscribers.
Ayo.
That would be that gold play button, ever so tantalizing.
I have a question. Is it actually made of gold, or is it just like, wait, the whole thing's made of gold?
Yes.
So it's purely 100% gold?
No.
Okay. So what was it made out of?
But there is actual gold in it. The whole entire thing is not made of actual gold, but it's like, there is gold in it. So I don't know what exactly it's made of, though.
So it's like gold plated?
Kind of.
I see. For me, the silver play button looks really cool.
Honestly, I would be content with just a silver play button as well.
What's the thing you need for the silver play button?
100,000.
100,000. And how far are you from that?
100,000 subscribers, buddy. I have 3,000.
Oh. Hey. At least
So
you're at 1,000 range.
I would need another 97,000. Technically 96.5, but that's getting into the technicals.
Right. Also, what be saying, like, do I honestly think they were going to give you a full golden one? Yeah, yes, I did. But I realized that would have been, like, super freaking heavy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, then there's also that 10 million one now as well.
10 million?
Yeah. There's a 10
What's
million
that?
play button. It's Ruby.
Ruby?
Yep.
Wait, is it made of rubies or something?
Wait,
I'm kind of
I don't know.
Kind of curious.
It
So
is like a
YouTube play
solid
button.
red ruby color.
YouTube play
It is the 10 million YouTube play button.
button 10 million. Okay, I see it. 10 million. I'm going to search it up real quick. What the hell is that? Whoa. It's like weirdly shaped. Like, I don't even know how to describe it.
What? It
I
should
can't
just
tell if
look
it's
like
like-
a normal play button.
It's like weird looking. Oh, wait, it's the diamond play button. That's what I'm looking at. Is it called diamonds or called ruby?
Oh, it might be diamond play button, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Oh, wait, no, I think the ruby's for the 100 mil.
100 mil. So, like, what is it made out of, though?
I don't know.
Because it's made of diamonds, then that thing's like bulletproof, then, I think, right?
I don't think it's made of actual diamond.
Oh, it's made with silver-plated metal insert with a large piece of colorless crystal in the shape of a play button. Triangle as oh, that sucks.
There you go.
I kind of hoped it was made of diamond or something cooler. That'd been pretty cool, you know. Imagine that. A giant play button that's made of diamond, instantly bulletproof, and cannot break at all. You know, Smith, I just realized, since diamonds are such the hardest material, how come they don't make them into bulletproof vest? Explain that to me.
Because of weight.
Yeah, so how much do they weigh?
And the other inconveniences of trying to shape a diamond into a bulletproof vest.
Mm-hmm. So you're telling me it's like decently heavy. So like what, 5
Yes.
pounds?
No.
10?
No.
Okay. 50.
Whippy, please go ahead. Just explain it to him.
I'm
Let's just get this
scared.
over with.
I'm so scared of him explaining to me because he gets angry in his tangents. Also, Mocha, what you came into was guidelines. We were talking about guidelines of YouTube, so you might be confused.
Mm.
Oh, I'm afraid of this.
Oh wait, Whippy's going to hop on Discord. I don't think we need to go that far with it. We can explain it to him after stream.
Yes, after 2, I'll be down. What happened? Nothing, Mocha. Nothing at all. It's just a little bit of shenanigans.
Neon being a neon.
Yes, I am being an epic neon pog. There was another thing I wanted to ask. So, let me see. Do I have inside the brand thing, or was this like something on top of my head? I think I had it somewhere. Let's see. So, what are your thoughts on the whole YouTube community, like with gaming community? Because like there's different communities in like YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you fit in more in like the gaming and commentary genre, if I'm correct.
That is correct.
So like, how do you feel like that community is?
I don't know. I don't really interact with them. I'll be honest.
You never interact with like anyone inside the community at all?
No. It is very hard to interact with other YouTubers unless you kind of are starting together or you reach out to talk to them.
Yeah, because I feel like it would be a lot harder.
There's not really a point in reaching out to people at times. I would definitely say if you are in a group, it is much easier to grow as a whole. If you have like for example, if you guys being like yourself, Mocha, Derry, and the lot made a VTubing group and went on YouTube with it, you would be growing at a much faster rate than hypothetically just yourself.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Huh, that sounds pretty cool.
just because of the you all would pull in different individuals,
Mm-hmm.
roughly, but ultimately you all have a wide range of content that you diversify enough that you pull in different individuals, but you would still overall have similar enough content that they might go check out others, especially if they know that that group is people you constantly hang out with.
Right, so like the Minecraft channels, like Skydus Minecraft, like he made a group and stuff,
Yep,
and like Vans and stuff. That's why they grew
exactly.
so fast, because like they brought like different people towards their like.
That is part of it. Like, having additional people definitely helps you grow, but you can definitely grow by yourself as well. It's not. I'm not saying.
But it's a bit
Uh,
difficult though.
it's not necessarily. You can have. You can still grow even without people. It's just the different kinds of people. If you have multiple people with you, you are more likely to grow faster than if you were just by yourself.
I see.
Because it's not even like to say you're leeching off of one another, but it's kind of like, hey, I have 5K viewers, you have 5K viewers.
Let's make this to 10K.
Let's collab. There, some of the people that are already subscribed to you might already be subscribed to me, but maybe not all of them who are subscribed to you are subscribed to me, and vice versa.
True.
And since subscribing is free, bada bing, bada boom,
Bada bing,
you
bada
both
boom.
can potentially gain like 500 subs off each other.
That's not a bad plan at all.
Exactly.
And this brings me to something else. So like, I've heard like YouTuber stories like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Dream even, and like Mr. Beast. So like they started off like when like YouTube was like relatively still growing.
Dream did not, but the rest did, yes.
Yeah. So like the question is that like how hard would you say like for someone to become like that? Like to become like big.
I would say do not quit. It is possible to get to a decent size, but if you come into it immediately thinking you're going to be the next Markiplier, the next Dream, or anything like that, you are going to be sorely disappointed.
Yeah, because like people do have that mindset. They're thinking like, oh, I'm going to like upload and like do this thing. Because like with
you have to put in the effort to be funny, but you also have to put in the effort to properly edit and make it so generally your content is enjoyable for the masses.
Yeah.
Like, the best way I can describe this is, I think the best person to describe this with that would probably have a good following and a good shot at it would honestly be Mocha. Like, she is the perfect example of can pull people in with just her like personality in general.
Yeah.
And if you were just to cut that down into like a highlight reel,
she definitely pull it off.
She could pull it off very easily. I feel.
Yeah,
like I think you could do it to an extent as well.
Wait, me?
But yeah.
Wow. I did not expect that at all.
But the thing is, you have to put in the commitment to do it. Is the main thing. And
I totally agree to that.
Part of the issue with YouTube is that I definitely feel like it is more of a commitment than Twitch, because on Twitch you can get away with just like, hey, let's just watch YouTube videos today and let's just chill and vibe and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I like.
You can't really do that on YouTube.
Yeah, because like
you try and go about watching someone else's YouTube videos on YouTube, your video just got demonetized, and there goes all the revenue for that.
Yep.
Unless it's fair use, which is different, but React channels generally are seen as kind of just scummy view whores.
I see. I remember the whole React channel thing. That was fun.
Yeah, like Leafy's here is a prime example of that.
Yeah, he was permanently banned. Also, by the way, message is that Smith is being a pearl, blushy face.
Blushy face?
Oh, I think that's just one epic blushy face. I'm pretty sure it's just one big epic blushy face. So, about the Leafy topic. So, his banned, do you think it was deserved or not deserved?
Absolutely.
Okay, yes, I also agree because like he was already trading waters, and then the Pokemon video, which was kind of labeled as a, what was it? Bullying video.
I mean, at the end of the day, Leafy's content,
Yeah.
while he said it was satire, very much was content that was just harassment.
Yeah.
It really just came down to he was reacting to people who admittedly were strange individuals.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, his whole gimmick was just ripping into them as much as possible.
Yeah. Also,
And then
someone's
eventually he bit
asking.
off more than he could chew and got in trouble for it.
Exactly. Like he was already trading waters already with his content, and like
Mhm.
with that, it's just kind of like I'm sorry, dude, but like you were trading on waters already. It does suck that he didn't give him like a warning and stuff, or like telling him, but like it he should have like known better a bit.
Mhm.
Also, someone's asking if his account is still there, and they think that he left it on his own. No, Leafy did not leave it on his own. So
Leafy did not leave on his own, and his account is no longer active. But some of his older videos did get re-uploaded.
yeah, so those are out there. Also, hello, Fluffies. Welcome to the channel. How's it going? And here's the thing about Leafy. Wasn't he on Twitch for a while, and then he got banned off that too?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, because like same thing again. He did that. Wait, he came back after IDS roasted him? No.
Yes.
Wait, he did?
He did because he wasn't banned then yet.
Oh, you're right.
He
Then
tried to come back, but it didn't really work.
I saw that come back. He's like, "Yo, I got a chin. I look like Kirito." I'm like, "Why is looking like Kirito a compliment thing?" Like, no. Yeah, I saw that video, like his comeback video at like IDOS. I saw, I was like,
It was terrible.
I'm sorry, but IDOS did a better job.
I mean, yeah, I mean, granted, iDubbbz has also fallen from fame. Same with like H3H3 and the like.
Yeah, which sucks because like I did like H3, I did like IDubbbz. Just like the times be changing, and people do be changing those times.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, reaction channels are a very quick money grab.
Yeah.
That is the best way I can describe them. It is if you're funny enough, you can get popular enough very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not a content overall that will
Help you
last.
grow out, right?
It will not last. Eventually, people will grow tired of you reacting, and you have to move on to other content. And majority of the time, people move on to other content. They are kind of just seen as, oh wow, they really were only thriving because they were using someone else's content to make their content seem better.
Yeah. And chat, I do agree. I do not like Ethan anymore because I did see one of his podcast, Smith. It was him and Skippy. By any chance, do you know the YouTuber Skippy?
The Minecrafter?
No, he's the guy on like he was on this show, right? He was like the 40-year-old V. And like he was a cringy guy, like I get that. And he had him inside a podcast with this guy who's like interested in like older ladies. And the thing is, like, I was watching the podcast because like this YouTuber Jamari, which I'm a big fan of, he was like doing like a whole review of it. And during the podcast of the parts that I saw, Ethan was like extremely rude and very unprofessional because like the guy did go out of line and did attack Skippy a couple times, but said nothing. And then when like Skippy said something, he's like, yo, cool it. I'm just like, dude, that's like not cool. Like I get you want like the content, but like you have to respect people like that. Like you have to give him like a certain respect. Like if he says something, please do say something to him back. That's why like I don't know, like a lot of YouTubers that I used to watch do fall from grace, and it's like it sucks to see him like that. It really does.
It just happens with a lot of YouTubers. They just don't know how to evolve with the times, and
Yep, and with fame and money hits,
a good chunk of YouTubers kind of grow stagnant. And they go, my content is great the way it is, so why change it?
which is not a good mindset. I think there's like always
Exactly.
changes you could do. Like it doesn't have to be a big change. It could be a small change which progressively turns into something else.
Exactly.
Exactly,
Like,
because like there's no way you could just say my content's the best. It could get some improvement later in the future. Like right now, it's
I mean,
decent.
it's not even that. It's more so that people just get comfy doing the same thing over and over again. Like, uh, just they find a format that works for them, and they just keep doing that format over and over again, and people enjoy it, but they aren't really going to improve because all they do is just that one format. Because the people enjoy it, why should I change?
Yeah,
And then eventually that format falls out of fashion.
exactly. Because like I was a huge fan of this one YouTuber. I think his name is Nostalgia Critic. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Nostalgia Critic. I met the guy once. He was really cool. And like a while ago, it's just like, it's just like it's good, but it's always the same thing. Like insert skit joke here about the movie, then scream.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I don't know. Like I can't really blame the dude because like, that's basically what his whole channel gimmick is. But yeah, I do want to see like a smaller change or so.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, getting something from the chat. The minion lag case. Yes, minion lag case was very, very hard hitting for a lot of people in the community.
Yep.
It's like, wow, I didn't even know. And then like my friend told me about that, and I
Yup.
was like, holy shit, I used to love that guy. And like Val's
Yup.
crew, just sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And like a bunch of other people come out like saying like, yo, they did this and that. I'm like, dude, can I at least like have someone that's at least decent?
I mean, it's the joke on YouTube. You either become famous enough. Once you become famous, either your content goes to shit. You cannot make that joke on Twitch. Never mind.
Wait, what joke on Twitch?
I'll tell you after stream.
Damn. I was hoping for the punchline. I was like, okay, I'm ready for it.
No, I just remembered I'm not on YouTube and I can't make that joke without getting in trouble.
Oh, right. That's true. Twitch do be like that at times. Sheesh.
And I mean, I wouldn't get in trouble. You would get in trouble.
I would get in trouble.
Get in trouble.
Not yet, since I'm almost hitting 500. I'm like very hyped up for that, and since I'm coming back to streaming now more often. But
Exactly.
the thing is with like YouTube content, like I find it great. It's awesome. But like there's a thing called clickbaiting, which I was hit hard when Pokemon Go came out, and when like Pokemon Go content was that, I got hit hard with clickbaiting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's still like a very big issue today?
I mean, it's still a thing.
Yeah.
It will always be a thing.
Oh yeah, of
to an
course.
extent, you do have to use clickbait to draw people in
Mm-hmm.
to your content, but it is the amount of clickbaiting that you use that matter.
So it's not really against the rules. It's just mostly community-wise, people don't really like it.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a scumbag thing to do, but
Yeah.
the way you go about it is like if you are out here going free iPads, click here now. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's obvious clickbait, and that's just scummy. But like, whoa, look at this amazing thing I found, or like, look at this epic Pokemon, and then you have like the Pokemon blacked out in the thumbnail. People will be interested to find out what that Pokemon is.
Hell yeah. Because like I'm not sure if you're familiar, a guy called Ali A.
Mm-hmm. Oh
During-
God, I hate him.
Yes, instantly when I brought up the name, I already tell like you're gonna hate it. When Pokemon Go came out, he was very famous because like he played it a lot, and he said like, oh, was it Team Rocket Battle and Trading out already? And I clicked the video and it's just him playing fucking Pokemon Go. It never discusses. He's like, and when he does talk about it, he's like, oh, they might bring in like this or that. I don't really know because I haven't got any confirmation, but like this is what I believe it will be.
Yep.
And everyone in my friend group hated that guy. We always downvote his videos. I'm like, I fucking hate these clickbaits.
Yeah, no, I mean he's not a great individual. Allia's whole gimmick is being clickbaity as shit and then having the most annoying, loud, memorable intro to videos.
I forgot his intro because like that's how long I've never watched his videos. I was like,
Don't-
fuck this
don't pull it
guy.
up.
No, I
Don't
won't
pull
pull.
it back,
I won't pull it up here because like Twitch.
Yep.
But like after stream, I'm gonna pull it up just so you get hit with that nostalgic hatred of that
Wild.
stuff. Because, like, I honestly hated it, dude. I'm like, fuck, it's the LEA video. Because I want people to see the two created. I would just see, like, oh, it's another Pokemon Go video. Maybe it's some news. Oh, wait. Ida has joined us and said, hey, guys, it's LEA. Thank you, Ida. Oh, old hatred's coming back.
Curse.
Curse indeed. Smith, can I be a new LEA? Can I possibly beat him?
I mean, if you want to be cringy as all get out, go for it, buddy.
But nah, I don't want to be like that. Because, like, honestly, I hated that clickbait shit so much. Like, it just got so annoying.
Go for it. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, what? I have, like, I'm famous, but yet, at what cost? A lot of people hate my videos.
Wild.
Exactly. And what was I going to ask? Oh, yeah, this is a personal question if I could ask.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Smith. What were your thoughts when you first met me? I'm very curious about it.
You were loud.
I was loud?
You were... I mean, maybe not loud.
I think I was very quiet.
You're very notable.
Notable?
As in, you very much take, like, the attention.
Hmm?
Like, the best way I can describe it, Neon,
Yeah?
is you are...
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this.
Just
That
to
it's
say it
trying
out,
to sound horribly mean.
to say it out bluntly, I could take it.
Are you sure?
I think I could take it. Also, Mocha said, you leave an impression. Wait, a good impression or a bad?
You leave an impression.
Oh, what? A good one or a bad one?
You leave an impression.
But a good one or a bad one? I'm kind of curious.
It depends on the day.
Oh, thank you, Mocha. Ambiguous. Interesting, Reddit. I don't know what that word means. But yeah, Smith, say it out bluntly. I could take it. I got hit with like a baseball in my face. I could take it.
The very first time I met you, I thought you were very obnoxious.
What does that mean?
I thought you were an annoying piece of shit.
That's understandable. Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised by that. I'm not going to lie. Some of my humor does get out of hand.
You reach points where you just go, all right, this guy needs to stop already.
Yeah, that's the problem with me. My humor does get a bit too far. I got to learn how to like tone it down at times. And also, I do apologize to a lot of people who I got annoyed. I am deeply sorry about that. I'm still working on it. Well, should it take this long? I am trying to like phase out of that, a lot of that annoying stuff.
Although, speaking of VTubing,
oh,
that does remind me. Earlier you talked about me as a VTuber, and
oh yes, I did.
You thought I was a VTuber.
Yes.
I think the reason you probably thought that is I'm very much the exception to the rule of the norm in V community. Rice is as well, but a lot of the time, VTubers generally just stick with other VTubers.
Really?
Yes. And so just a regular YouTuber, especially back when I first started interacting with you guys, just hanging out and being like in collabs with them is very out of the norm. And it was actually this goes into a story of technically how I got into the VTubing community, even though I'm not a VTuber.
I am curious about that. Like, how did you find out about all of this?
I fell into the Hololive rabbit hole.
Ooh.
That a lot of people do, but how I really got into like the community, like deep into the community, is once again you can thank Mocha for that.
Oh, the goober?
The goober herself.
Do I have a picture of this goober here? Oh no, I don't have Tuber on here. Damn it! I want Tuber. Tuber is the best PNG I have ever. I will forever love Tuber. Mocha, if you're still here, Tuber, I love her. She's amazing looking PNG. I love that model.
I don't know which one that is.
It's the little tiny gremlin looking one. I love it so much.
Oh, but yeah. Back in December, actually technically in November,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I happened to just meet her on Twitter, and we started talking, and I went to a couple of her streams just because I
Mm-hmm.
was like, all right, yeah, why not? And I distinctly remember after a stream, or during one of her streams,
Mm-hmm.
she asked for my Discord because I was one of the few people in her stream at the time.
Ah, I see.
And I messaged her on Twitter afterwards about her Discord, and she messaged back, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for being in my stream. And so that pulled me in to be in further streams
Yeah.
because I was like, this it's interesting enough, and Mocha,
Yeah.
able to pull people in pretty easily. So I hung out there, and then a little bit after that, after she revealed her 2D model for the first time,
Oh.
she got offered a collab with a lot of VTubers.
A lot of them?
It was like a 10-person collab originally. We were going to play Cards Against Humanity.
Ooh.
And I got added to the group as well. And I don't remember who all was in the group, but I remember I was in it. Mocha was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Rosary Inc.
Rosary Inc.
She's another succubus VTuber.
Ah, I see.
She was part of it. Like this Batgirl VTuber.
Batgirl.
Just a bunch of really wild VTubers, and then me. And they were like, "Hey, let's all do a collab together." And I was like, you sure you guys want me there? I mean, I'm not technically a VTuber. I'm just a YouTuber."
Yeah.
And the Goob herself kept insisting that I stay and be a part of it.
That's how she rolls.
That's how she rolls.
TB.
And so her first ever collab was a collab with a bunch of VTubers and myself. And we played Phasmo.
Oh, Phasma. Love that game.
And then Cards Against Humanity. When everyone else got there.
Ooh, interesting. So, Mocha actually played Phasma before.
Yes.
Interesting. Did she like it before or not?
I believe she got spooked by it, if I remember correctly.
Because I remember in my 24-hour stream, we did play it, and we ended up hating the game. Like,
I'd say we
so
only played for 30 minutes. We only did 2 missions. But I remember her getting scared, but enjoying the time we played at the very least.
Aw, that's sweet.
I mean, I think I still have the live stream. I can check, actually.
Ooh. Yes.
I mean,
send
I
that
think
to
it's
me.
still on YouTube. Since,
send
you
that to
know, one of the big things with YouTube is live streams don't get deleted after a set amount of time. They just stay up.
Nice.
Yep, here it is.
Oh, ooh, send me the link. Send me the link.
Let's see. So it was... I don't even recognize half of these people in here. It's myself, Mocha,
Rosary. Smith?
What's up?
Actually, don't send me the link. Because
Why?
I think Mocha is down for that. Okay, Mocha, I will bid your wishes. I will not look at the video if you really don't want me. Because she's like saying you don't have say broski, but I'll actually be upset.
All I'm saying is it's still on YouTube, and so if people look for it, they can find it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was saying send a link, but I don't know.
I'll send it later. Don't worry.
Thank you.
I mean, what?
Well, nothing. Yeah, we're talking about someone else.
We're talking about someone else.
Oh, she seems like she's actually upset.
Is she actually upset?
I think she might be. I can't tell with the Scoob.
All right, then I won't send it if she's that genuinely
Yeah, like,
upset.
don't worry, Mocha. Like, if you're not cool with it, I will not look at it.
Yeah, no, I won't send it if you're not okay with it.
Yeah, of course, Scoob. But Smith, I think you
I'm
know.
just saying I'm not gonna take it down either, though.
Oh, well, I guess that's. I guess that's cool. Okay, I know. Kill now. This Cooper is scary. You know that?
Some days.
She scares me when she's mad like that.
Nah, she doesn't scare me. I think it's just. I think it's just cute. Is the best way to describe it.
You know what? The best way I can say it's like my puppy. He's adorable, but he just bite hard. That's the best way I can describe it.
Describe Mocha as a dog.
No, like a ferocious puppy that I have right now named Goobert. I want Goobert to love me, but all he does is lick, 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 and then bites. Like, you betrayer. We were supposed to be best friends.
It do be like that some days.
It really do be like that. Smith, I'm pretty sure you know the story of how I met the demon, right?
No, I do not actually.
Well, here it is. I met her because I was about to ban her from a group chat. Yeah. Yeah, It's not because what she did. It's just because, like, I thought she was a bot. I thought she was a bot or something. I was going to ban her. Like, I had the button ready. I had the button ready to, like, click ban. And I was thinking, what if I'm wrong? What if she's not actually a bot?
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Like, I clicked on her profile, and the ban option was right there. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm doing my job as an admin.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
And then I was like, to do be have that anime profile. So I'm just gonna ask a simple question. I'm like, hey, are you a bot? She replies, no, I am not a bot. I'm like, that's what a bot would say. So I sent her a math equation saying, what's 2 plus 2? And then she said 21. I was like, all right, cool. I think we're going to be chill now. But yeah, she knows because I did give her a compliment redeem. A free one because, like, her celebration, I did give her a free compliment. I did mention that once.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was, like, funny because, like, I was so close on banning her. And I imagined, like, what if I actually did ban her?
That would have been hilarious.
But I am glad I did not click that ban button. I actually took the time to actually see if it was an actual person. Oh, hi, Goober Solar Roxana. We're talking about the origins of how we met the demon Goober Mocha. I met her because I was about to ban her in a chat I was in.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. It's just like, bro, imagine. Like how Ida said, travels back in time, moves the chair, and Neon server. Mocha's banned Neon server. Bro. That would have been insane if that were to happen.
I would have laughed. Oh, hello, cat. Welcome back.
Hello. Awi.
Nope.
Awi.
Nope.
Awi.
Nope.
La la la.
Nope.
Okay. Awa. Uwa. Tala.
Nope. You're getting farther away.
What's the name? I forgot the name.
It's Dark Souls 2 boss, buddy.
Dark Souls 2 boss. Uwa.
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry, Smith. Solar Roxanne has redeemed a gentleman's insult.
Why do you call her by her full government?
Solar Roxana CH?
I would say, why are you calling her by her fuller government name? Why don't you just call her Roxy?
Well, her Solar Roxana's right there. Also, Mocha said, LMAO, that would have been like a butterfly effect. It would have, because like if I didn't meet you, then I don't think I would have gone to 2.0. Started streaming when I did. If I never stayed in the chat, I wouldn't have started streaming. Really? I think you would have. Like, I think you were doing pretty good. J, auto to Neon as I insult Roxy. So we all wouldn't have. Wow, Smith. That Mocha's proving some points. Like, if I actually did banner, then yeah, we wouldn't have all met.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I met Derry, I think, through you.
Jesus.
I think the only one that I think because I met Rata through you guys as well.
Really?
Yeah, I think the only one I would still know would maybe be Jay and Brian,
Wow.
and then Mocha, because Mocha would be the one that would have introduced me to them.
Jeez, timeline would have been changed pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I just realized, Smith, maybe I should turn off auto-tune for the interview.
Maybe just for fun the points then.
Hey, Goober Mocha, can you refund the points? Because I kind of want to do auto-tune and do be loud in my headphones. Try to benefit some people in that group that help me with basic OBS. That's true. How did I meet Karu? I met Karu because Mocha rated him. I was like, yo. Well, no, I met him before that. I met him inside Mocha's chat for Uno.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of I did text him sometimes. And then I met him through Mocha's raid, well, like, officially. Like, I finally saw what he was. I was like, yo, that'd be pretty cool. Try to benefit. I went into talking with Rada, expecting to be his friend. Oh. Karu joined because when I was looking for a rigger, he was looking at the same guy. Oh, damn, I'm learning a lot of origin story. Ayo, that's actually a poly autotune. Oh, okay, well, if you guys like it, I'll do it. I'll do it. Alright, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna lower my headset.
Okay.
Alright, timer's back on. Alright, I'm putting back the timer to 2 minutes. Wait, Solar, I need to redeem my compliment. Expect that get close to you guys. I'm super happy to be here first for you. Fucking around because of my friends. I got my sweet peaks and hi wolf. But yeah, things would have been a lot different if we didn't meet. If I actually banned Mocha. Like shit. That is a butterfly effect.
Neon, why are you talking so weird? Like,
Because
I understand that, but you don't have the auto-tune on in our call.
I
You're just
know.
elongating random words.
I turned it off so you wouldn't be distracted by it.
I'm guessing you can still hear yourself talk in your headphones, though?
I have to.
That would make sense. That's why
Yeah.
I mean, you could turn it off so you don't hear it.
No, I had to, because if I don't hear it, then it doesn't pick up. That's weird. I don't like it too much. Also, thank you for the alert, Judy.
I mean, when you hear your own voice, it does make it so your brain kind of just shuts down, and that's why you talk weird.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
See, well...
saying it does pick up. You don't never need to listen to yourself.
Oh. Let me fix that real quick. There. Now, can you guys hear me with the auto-tune or not? I'm kind of curious. Can they actually hear me with it? Well, I only got 29 seconds left, so I guess we'll roll with it. But yeah, wow. Holy wow. Wow. Imagine that, Smith. I just like...
Hey, Neon, they can still hear it, by the way.
Hey, let's go. I don't have to hear myself in auto-tune.
That's
like, for some odd reason, the software makes it super loud in my ears. But yeah, it's weird how, like, if I were to click that ban button, wow, everything would have changed.
Well, a lot of stuff would have changed, yeah.
Man, there must be a universe where, like, that actually did happen.
I mean,
timer's up.
Think about it this way.
Yeah?
There's a universe that I never went to Mocha's Twitter.
Oh. Damn.
I never met you guys.
Damn. That is, like, the darkest timeline right there.
Is that the darkest timeline?
Because, like, I think that would fall under me banning Mocha inside the timeline and you also not meeting her at that timeline.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's like a huge dark timeline. There must be... Wow. Timelines be messy-wessy.
Yeah, some days.
They do. Like, wow. This does get a bit complicated. Like, also thinking about it, just like, whoa, imagine how much that could have changed because of one mistake I would have done. Like, wow. TV already purged that timeline. Oh, I get it now. That's a Loki reference.
Wild.
It do be wild, because, like, damn. Timeline do be changing kind of weirdly like that. Like, wow. If I think about it so much, whoa.
If you really think about it, your game's just a Telltale game and you're just stuck on one path.
Bro. That's like
don't bro that. That was a stupid joke.
Bro, that's deep.
That's not deep at all.
Bro, maybe I'm like Lee Everett in this timeline.
It's literally not deep at all,
That's
buddy.
kind of deep because, like, think about it. The choices I make could affect it drastically. For example, ban milking that chat. Boom. Never would have kept going streaming. Boom. Never would have met Reddit or dairy. Boom. Timeline become dark timeline. Also, I probably would have quit in that timeline too already.
Wild.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. Timeline be deep. Timeline do be deep.
I mean, timelines are deep, but I don't think the Telltale thing is deep.
Would you say I'm more of a Lee or would you say I'm more of a Kenny?
What are you referencing?
Walking Dead. Telltale. Season 1.
I definitely put you as a Kenny.
Why is that?
Don't worry about it.
I am worried
On
about
to the
it.
next
Is
question!
it because I lost the eye?
No, on to the next question, folks!
Okay, next question. Let me bring it up real quick. Let's see. Let's see, what's a good thing I could probably bring up? Let's see. So, Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So, what made you into, like, the gaming stuff? Because, like, I'm pretty sure, like, with YouTubing and stuff, like, you always think of something like, you could do this or that. So, what brought you to, like, the commentary and gaming part?
I just enjoyed playing video games, and I wanted to share that love with people.
And with that, you're, like, mindset, and you're okay with, like, keep doing it and stuff? Like, by any chance, like, do you have, like, any future plans, projects, and stuff like that?
I mean, I have season 3 of fictional characters in D&D coming out eventually.
Ooh.
Here in the next month or so.
That's not bad. And I did hear a video of you singing what was it called? Country Roads.
That is correct.
So is there anything that's gonna happen with that?
More like covers?
Yes, more covers. Is that by any chance gonna happen?
Yeah, I enjoy singing, and so I have no reason to stop, even if they are whatever. I still enjoy doing them.
Yeah.
As long as I enjoy the content enough to actually upload it, then I'll do it. I've done multiple covers also, by the way, not just Country Roads.
I'm sorry, but Country Roads is my favorite because I like Country Roads.
That's fair.
It's my favorite song. I didn't know you did others, but like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a whole playlist on my channel of all the covers I've done.
Ooh, nice. Also, there was a question I want to ask about your channel.
Sure.
Who's the blonde girl?
Okay, so
Yeah.
getting into this goes back to that artist friend of mine.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be something dark again. I was like, oh,
No. So the artist that drew Fantasy Smith and the one where I'm crouching with the bird and the cat, that is an original characters of hers.
Oh, original characters, OCs.
Yes, by the name of Vesper. And basically, long story short, back when I made the channel thing, your boy was down bad for that OC.
Ooh. I feel
and so
you.
I just added her to it.
I see. There's also a personal question I did want to ask you, but
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not sure if it was the right time or not.
Neon, I told you I'm okay with any questions you have.
All right. Which Sonic character do you see me as?
Charmy the Bee.
Charmy the Bee. Why Charmy the Bee? I see myself more as Shadow.
No, you are Charmy the Bee.
I am Shadow. I am hardcore edge boy.
Also, how is that a personal question?
It's a personal question to me. I want to know which Sonic OC I could be.
Charmy the Bee.
Not Charmy the Bee. I do not want to be the bee.
You're Charmy the Bee.
I will not be the bee. I would rather be the crocodile.
I could see you as the crocodile too.
Ayo.
Hey, at least I didn't say you're Big the Cat.
Big the Cat. Shadow's a power buddy. No, he's not. Shadow the Hedgehog is so complex. He's edgelord because he saw a girl called Maria. I'm not sure because in Sonic X, the soldier just like pointed at her and then she fell over. I'm like, did you get
that's
shot?
also because that was the 4Kids. You have to remember, 4Kids censors the shit out of everything.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but like the whole time I was thinking, did she just like fall over because the guy
No, she didn't
aggressively
fall
pointed
over. She
at
got
her?
shot, but 4Kids censored out the gun.
But there is a gun though. It's a MP5. I'm like, why are you pointing an MP5 to a kid?
Yeah,
It was like,
'cause they murdered her. They shot the shit out of her.
I mean, all I hear was a clap and then boom. So I just kind of like thought like she just got slapped.
No, they shot the shit out of her.
Bro, if it was that girl, I could have fucking dodged it.
You're not dodging a full clip of MP5, buddy.
If I had the Chaos Emerald, I totally would.
Alright, you know what? You got me there.
Exactly.
If you had the Chaos Emerald and knew how to use Chaos Control.
Yes, sir.
And your body could handle the strain.
My body could handle it because I ate chile one time, so I could handle it. Also, here's the thing. You don't see me going riding around with a lowrider and like listening to heavy metal goth music with like red and black hair.
No.
And saying "damn it" each time.
Neon.
Yeah.
I see you riding a tricycle and going to Weenie Hut Juniors.
I don't ride a fucking tricycle. That was 2 years ago. I know how to ride a bike now. Take that, Dad.
See you going to Weenie Hut Juniors though.
I do not go to Weenie Hut Juniors. I go to the hardcore place called the Waterboy Drinker place. We go over there and take shots of water.
Ah, so
Smart water, tap water, ocean water, salt water, lake water.
He's going to Weenie Hut Juniors.
I am not a Weenie Hut Junior. I could eat a burger upside down without it spilling.
He's a Weenie Hut Junior boy.
I am not. Okay,
Anyways,
okay. How about silver?
question.
Silver. Do you see me as more for silver?
No.
Why? I could totally pull off an edge boy.
Neon, I mean this in the nicest way possible. I will never see you as a leader.
You'll be wrong.
No.
You must know I'm Shadow the Hedgehog.
I'm
In my
not
original
wrong
script,
there.
I killed Sonic. That's actually a true fact. Original script, he
Yeah.
did kill Sonic.
That is correct. But no, yeah, I will never see you as a leader.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Trust me, I know where to go.
Oh yeah, where's that?
Left. And then you
Why
turn
are we
right.
going left?
Because left is the opposite of right. Because if you go to the right, and boom, you find a door. Oh, what's
Chad,
that?
ask
A
another
bear?
question, please.
What's that? A bear? Oh, what's that? Bear hug? Oh, what's that? We go to the gas station. Oh, what's that? We're out of gas. Oh, gas station has gas. Oh, what's that? We got a car. That's the end of my tangent. I hope you enjoy that, Smith.
Chad, ask another question, please. Get me out of here.
Okay, Smith, I'm going to ask you this.
Okay.
Okay. What would you describe a peanut butter jelly sandwich to a person who never had it? How would you describe that to someone?
Have they never eaten before, or
They ain't never eaten one before. How would you describe that to them?
Just they've never eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before, or never eaten
Yeah,
anything
never
before?
eaten a peanut butter jelly sandwich before.
Okay, so have they ever had peanuts before?
Yes.
All right, so then it is this creamy, smooth texture with a bit of a crunch of peanuts.
Crunch.
I mean, you may use crunchy peanut butter. Some people do.
Oh, right. Those are pretty good, though.
In between two pieces of bread with a nice spread of jam, usually a kind of grapish flavor.
Grapish flavor. Interesting, interesting.
So you have the creaminess of the peanut butter, but also the refreshing bite of jelly, and boom.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter jelly.
Alright, and another question I want to ask is that, since I have built immunity to, like, flashlights, what's that called again, Smith?
A tolerance?
No, I built a full immunity to it.
I don't believe you.
Where it's like, if you get like flashy white light at you, like really, really fast, what's it called? Strobe lights?
Talking about epilepsy?
Yes, I have built a full immunity to it.
That's not how that works.
I have a setting on my thing to give me a full dose of it before I fall asleep. I have built a full immunity to it. It no longer affects me.
I see.
Yes, so, yeah, Smith, bring it on.
I'm okay.
You're okay.
What do you mean?
I trained for this day.
And?
You're just gonna do me like that?
Yeah.
I did a whole month of worth of training.
And? You have me trapped in a TV. I'm not fighting you.
Huh. This is a lot easier than I expected, wasn't it?
What, to trap me?
Yes.
Nah.
Well, I mean, I did tape your laced with the HL tape, so I dragged you. I was like, "You're going to be my friend now. You're going to be stuck inside my old-fashioned TV."
I mean, listen, it's not that hard
Yes.
when you walked up behind me while I had headphones on and shot out both my kneecaps.
And I went like, "Omaimu, muishinderu, snuggy wuggies, you're coming to my
I mean,
home."
I wasn't really paying attention at the point. I was too busy screaming from the blood loss and the pain.
Whippy's saying that I cannot be immune. I am a full immune to it. It no longer affects me.
You're not even saying it right.
What do you mean? What do you mean immune? I am totally immune to it because like I
No.
never had it before and now I'll never have it because I built immunity to it.
Epilepsy.
Yeah, epilepsy.
I think he's saying you're not saying the word correctly.
I am saying the word correctly. Epilepsy.
No, you're not.
I am saying correctly. Epilepsy.
There you go.
Why must you judge me?
Just because.
Oh, I see. I see. And Smith.
Hmm.
If it's cool, I have like 3 more questions to ask you. If that's all right with you, good sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here it is.
It just depends on how stupid the questions are.
All right. What is your favorite type of genre on YouTube? Like, what would you say, like, you go out of your way to watch on YouTube?
Gaming.
Gaming.
Yep.
Ooh, interesting. Any specific streamer by any chance?
I mean, it's not really streamers on YouTube.
All right,
But
YouTubers. Right, I keep forgetting about that.
I would say that one that I enjoy watching constantly is Dato Doya.
That's a deal, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He does a lot of fighting games, but it's mostly like Dragon Ball FighterZ. He's really entertaining, though. Here, who else do I watch here?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about who else you watch.
Let me
'Cause,
pull it up here.
I'm curious what is a Smith thing.
Chilled Chaos.
Chill Chaos.
Kind of like an OG YouTuber. Northern Lion.
Northern Lion. I never heard about that guy before.
So he's pretty famous, and that's actually not true that you've never heard of him before because I've told you about him before. When we played Super Animal Royale, because one of the codes we entered to get free stuff was the NLSS, which was the Northern Lion Super Show, is what it stood for.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Oh, another reference. And Smith, another question I must ask you is that what are your options? Well, opinions about wait, what does it work? Wait, let me think. No, never mind. Next question. So, Smith. Do you do voice acting by any chance? Because like you do have a deep voice. I'm just kind of curious. Like, do you ever do voice acting by any chance? Like, get hired for, or like any videos of it?
I have done some voice acting, yes.
Ooh, nice.
I've been in a couple Fallout 4 mods as a voice actor.
Link me to those things right now, baby. I need to see those.
That's okay.
What do you mean no? I want to add you to follow 3 New Vegas.
No, it's in Fallout 4.
I do not have Fallout 4, sadly. I play New Vegas. I like New Vegas quite a lot. New Vegas is my favorite. Even though it's like fully not completed, though. Not completed, but hey, still my favorite type of game to play.
That doesn't surprise me.
What do you mean? I like it because it's fun and buggy wuggy, just like me. I'm a buggy USB drive that got left behind.
Yeah.
Yep. What's that? Lore? Soon to be? Yes. And a construct? Maybe. So Smith. So since you do have like all this art and stuff, like, is there lore to you, or do you not have any lore with your art, or are you just like a guy who does YouTube and no lore?
My man asked if there is lore.
Yes, is there lore?
No, there's not lore.
Damn it! I want to know lore about all this different Smiths. Is there a Kingdom Hearts variant of universes? Are you like Kang the Conqueror from like Loki?
No.
Damn.
I mean, the lore of the Smiths is called, I had games I was playing at the time that I wanted art for the thumbnail.
Oh.
And so, there we are.
I guess that's a fair point. And here comes my last question, Smith.
All right.
Okay, and this is a very important question. It might take
Okay.
you a while to like actually like wrap your head around it and like give me a
Mhm.
full answer. But here it is: Who will win in a fight, me versus Terry Crews?
Terry Crews.
Why is that? Also, you didn't take enough time to think about it.
I mean, 'cause it's you versus Terry Crews.
I think I have a good chance of taking on Terry Crews.
You do not have a good chance of taking on
I
Terry
have a good
Crews.
chance of taking on Terry
You do
Crews.
not have a
I
good
feel like I have a good chance of taking on Terry Crews. You wanna know why?
Why is that?
And it kind of squeeze.
I'm leaving this call.
I'm just saying, I watch a lot of Nacho Libre, and also I know the man could be ticklish.
I'm leaving this call.
But Smith, you have to agree with me. I could take him on.
No, you could
Yes.
not.
I definitely could.
No.
Yes, sir. Oh, I gotta wear some Old Spice. I'm like, yo, Terry, let's do this, man.
No.
Okay,
That's not how that works.
okay? What do you think is the likely outcome that will happen?
You try to do that, but then you realize you don't actually know how to do it, and then Terry Crews just kind of flattens you to the ground and beats your face in.
At least I got a hand autograph, right?
I mean, I guess
I'm
if
happy
you
about
want to
that.
call his knuckles embedding themselves into your skull to leave a permanent damage.
Is that a Baki reference you're making?
Is it?
Yeah, because that actually happened in Baki.
Oh, no, I never watched Baki.
Need to watch Baki soon.
Maybe someday.
Indeed. Well, Smith, I'm gonna call it here. If that's cool.
All right.
So, quick question.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything you want to say to the chat before we go? Also, I'm going to post your YouTube link if that's cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, guys. Please do check out GSmith624, and please do subscribe to the man. He is pretty poggers.